still use the Mala code?
Yes.
I guess.
Welcome to the Ben Mala podcast, where Ben Mala and the crew are going to answer your real estate questions. If you'd like to submit your question, go to benmala.com/podcast. You can also get Fast Pass to get video chat on the show and talk to the crew. Ben Jr. today is going to read super chat, so send us some good questions. And tonight we have a special guest, Jimmy Hart.
He ain't special anymore. He's a resident here. Jimmy, how are you?
I am wonderful. Tell me a little bit. What happened on my bookie thing? Usman. What happened with Usman?
You gotta start with some bullshit.
Tell us what happened
right away. He's nice to every fucking body.
I just want to know what happened.
He sticks around too.
We listen to you. We always listen to you.
Listen, I went on the sources that were supposed to be experts and told me what they thought. My bookie. So I'm sorry the Nigerian Nightmare didn't win. Okay, what was his name? Osama bin Laden. What was his name?
No,
Kamaru
Usman.
Guzman.
Yeah.
And, so I'm sorry, but hey, he could have won, or you could have bet on the other guy. I'm not telling you to bet on. So everybody complaining about, I told him to bet on this guy. Don't blame me. It's gambling. You got to pick the right one. And hey, but make sure if you want to place a bet on anything, go to my bookie and put in the code MALA and get double your goddamn money. What do you ask? Who else can you ask for? Go to my bookie, give them up to $1,000, and they'll match you $1,000 and gamble whatever the hell you want, whatever you want to do. You're the one, your money, have fun, do it.
But you know what, man?
Be responsible, and
that's why they call it gambling.
But
I mean, it's gambling.
If you like gambling on sports, I mean, why not? Shit.
Now imagine if you'd have won.
But you know what though? But here's the gimmick. No, it's a pretty smart gimmick, really, because whoever Ben goes for, the other that's going to win. So whoever he votes for, you go for the other guy.
Well, I'm just telling you what the experts were saying. Okay, I don't know shit.
Don't listen
about
to the experts
sports or any of that shit.
Hey, let's talk about our trip to Bimini.
I'm going to bet on Jimmy Hart.
Hey, Jimmy, wait a minute. There's somebody out there that would like you to do something for them.
Oh, boy.
Jimmy, they want you to say hi to their friend, Oscar Sandoval. He's a huge fan of yours, and he loves you to death.
Oscar, thank you so much. I knew I had one fan someplace, somewhere out there, so thank you so much.
Bullshit.
I love you.
You just got back. The guy's never home. Where'd you just get back from yesterday you came from?
I was in New York City.
Tell us, what were you doing in New York City?
I went up there. My friend Meade up there, he brought me up there. We did a couple of little personal appearances, and then we went to see Rod Stewart, and the opening act was phenomenal, which was Cheap Trick. And then the next night, we went to Madison Square Garden to see Billy Joel.
Trick.
Yeah, old chick, Cheap Trick, whatever. But then Billy Joel came back in here. But I've got to tell you this. We went to Bimini this past week with the man right here. Little Ben, I wish you could have gone with us. It was a phenomenal trip.
You got to get a bigger boat.
Well, we flew on the private. He's working on it. Trust me, he's working on it.
No, he can't. He stops up my toilets. Boat plumbing is very sensitive,
But listen, let me finish.
Jimmy, do me a big favor by coming with me.
Listen,
Go ahead.
That's good.
We fly down on a private plane. It was beautiful. We go where the boat's parked at Vincent's house, one of his sons.
You bitched about the plane.
Got on I didn't bitch about the plane. It was
safe.
only one pilot.
God.
We had one pilot.
That's all you need is one pilot.
Oh my God.
Unless he has a heart attack.
He's got artificial intelligence in case that's the other pilot.
So we have one pilot.
One
but that's
pilot
okay.
is missing. What the fuck do you need two pilots for? It only takes one guy to fly the plane. Aaron's sitting next to him. He's watched them enough times to land the stupid thing.
Oh, please. So now we go there.
I gave you fucking popcorn.
We get on a beautiful yacht that Ben owns. And so we go out. We 2.5-hour trip to Bimini. We get there, hotel phenomenal. Everything over there was beautiful. The hotel was great, but we didn't stay in the hotel.
Did I take you out to dinner the night before
You
on
took
the boat?
every night we went out.
No, the night before.
Yeah, the night before. Fort
Did I?
Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale was great. The lights were up there, but nobody was home. All the big, beautiful homes, and we're in the yacht going to the restaurant. And I said, look, nobody's out.
Because
Nobody's
rich
in the
people
home.
got a lot of homes. They don't hang out in their fucking houses having fucking parties all the time like hillbillies. They're rich. They buy shit they don't need, and it just sits there.
But all the lights were on. How are we going to have electric cars and
Make
everybody
sure
keeps
the
their lights
burglars
on?
don't come in.
But don't worry, they wouldn't be coming in there.
But the fuck, they get partying all the time. These people are home. They're inside the air conditioning.
But look at my
Read the
shirt.
book.
Bahamas. Look at this. I got a great shirt. The captain bought me a shirt. We looked all over for a shirt. We couldn't find it, but we did.
Fucking Tracy driving around on a fucking golf cart looking for a T-shirt.
But we saw stingrays. Me and Paulie saw a big shark out there, little Ben. It was woohoo.
Saw sharks and stingrays.
Stingrays, sharks, and everything. And it was.
We were walking with them.
Yeah.
You didn't go see the
I
pigs this
rode
time.
the
That wasn't the.
Seabob, huh?
No,
That wasn't
that'll
that. The
make
pigs aren't over there, right?
No, that's Exumas. That's way
Oh,
far
okay.
away. I like short trips. Those long trips, they're
But-
all right once in a while.
But let's talk about the biggest thing that's happening September the 10th and the
September
11th.
10th and 11th.
Tell them about it, baby.
What's going to happen is
Yes.
you have the opportunity to go on the benmaller.com live and buy a ticket or book a room with a ticket and come hang out with us. And we don't want nothing from you but you to show up. Buy a ticket, show up. We ain't selling you shit. We ain't here to bamboozle you over some bullshit. We're here to help you make the next move in real estate if that's what you want to do. And if you don't, then just come and hang out. The bar's open, the restaurant's open, and hang out. Let's have a good time.
And you're bringing the family there that you see each and every
Everybody-
week. Little Ben's coming.
Let's not go
Everybody.
through the whole list.
Carla, the
Whoever's
face of-
talking to me that day will come.
Carla-
Whoever ain't talking to me, won't come. All right? Depends on who I pissed off that day.
Carla, the face that runs the place, will be there. You got Aaron's going to be there. Little Ben's going to be there. Is Happy coming?
I don't know.
No.
No. I got things to do.
Happy's busy right now.
He's
Happy's
busy.
opening back up the Indian restaurant because there's no Indian food around here. Everybody wants Indian food, and we got to put it in, and we're going to do the lunch buffet. You know what I tell Happy when he tells me this stuff?
Do whatever you want to do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to tell you that right off the
Happy's the
bat.
last person I need to worry about telling what the hell
I
to
mean, he
do.
definitely knows what
No,
he's doing.
no. Okay. All right. So that's in the week. I've got to get ready to go to Chicago tomorrow morning. early.
Chicago.
So I love you guys. Everybody, listen to Ben. If it's about the UFC,
Don't
just
do
remember,
that.
do not whatever he wants, go with the other guy. So you'll probably win some big money.
Oh, listen to this. Quick story. You ready?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to tell you my version of the story, and Jimmy's going to tell you his version of the story. All right, here we go.
right.
We're in the casino in Bimini. I say,
Oh,
Jimmy,
God, yes.
here's $50. Put that fucker in a slot machine and win us $1 million. So Jimmy goes over, he puts the $50 in the slot machine. He had to play the Wheel of Fortune one because that's the only one he likes to play. And then he puts the 50 in there, hits the button a couple of times, lose. Bam! He hits the button, ding, 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 ding. We got $205.
10.
$50 is now $210. I told you, let me tell my story, then you tell
Okay.
yours. I say to Jimmy, take the money. All right, you get $100, I get $100. Our deal was you play, we split the money. He don't do it. He loses it all. All right, what's your side of the
Okay,
story?
my story, everything was right. $50. We're going to split it. Okay, great. Put the money in. 2 spins. Oh my gosh, look, Wheel of Fortune. I said, Ben, for some reason, this thing never lands on the real big money, like $1,000 or
Right.
$500, 20 or 40 or whatever. Sure enough, it lands on 40, but that's okay. We won $210. I say, let's cash it out. Don't you dare. Keep playing. I said, Ben, let's cash out. Don't you dare. Let's keep playing. I went, okay, like a dummy. I keep playing. We lose every bit of it. So then he wants me to put $50 in myself because I lost his $50. And I said, wait a minute.
I gotta go to bed.
I know it. I said, I'm out of here.
It's
So,
bedtime.
well, look, I love you guys, little Ben. Great seeing you again.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Love
Very
you,
good to
Ben.
see you.
Thank you, Raphael. God bless you. And I'm out of here. I got to get ready to go to Chicago in the morning. Thank you guys for listening. Whatever Ben tells you about real estate, you better take him up on it because he's a genius. Him and little Ben both on that.
I showed Jimmy how to live in a castle for free.
Absolutely. Hey, before he goes on my Uber rides here, bye.
All right, Jimmy.
All
Thanks a
right,
lot.
Jimmy. Thank you.
All right, here we are. Erin's not here tonight because I didn't know you were having a podcast. And this high school, where my friends go, I play at my high school, and it's right here in our town. And I want to go to the football game. So, adios, amigo. Go to the football game. I don't need you. No, so that's the story with Erin. All right,
Let
what
him go
else?
to the game.
And
He's
let
a
me tell you, I left this
teenager.
house.
You
I left
gotta-
this house at 9:00 this morning.
With me.
9:15. I had little Ben. I had Paulie. I had Rufali even came along. And we were in that car, and we didn't pull back in this driveway and stop until 5:15 or 5:30. Okay, so 8 straight hours in the car. We probably drove at least, I don't know, at least 250 miles today. Looked at a whole shitload of places. And now I'm here doing a podcast.
And
What am I,
checked on some
stupid?
of our own stuff.
Checked on our stuff, looked at new stuff,
That's it.
fat stuff.
Hey, we had the Sonny's. Sonny's was
Sonny's
good
barbecue.
food. That was good food. We should have got the 2 meats instead of the 3 meats.
Yeah, we ate way too
But we
fucking
ate
much.
too much. But it was good.
You know, you always say to yourself, oh, for $3 more, I get another
Yeah,
meat.
yeah. And then
And I eat it, and I said, why the fuck they order all that food? But it was really good, and I do recommend Sonny's Barbecue. At least, they used to cater to Erin's birthday parties. They were great. You know, Sonny's Barbecue. They didn't even pay me for saying this, by the way, so you know I'm not lying.
right.
Now, if they're paying you, you're lying. All right, do we got anybody?
We got some super chats, you guys. We're gonna go through them real quick. So we got the first one is Clay V. Ben, which loan of yours would you most like the government to forgive?
Which loan of mine would I like the government to forgive?
Which one has the biggest
the
loan?
biggest loan?
The
That's
biggest,
the one.
yeah, obviously.
If I only got one loan to wish that would go bye-bye, it would be the biggest loan.
Right.
All right. I
You
don't
want
want
me
to
to
talk
keep
about
going?
forgiveness loans. It's so ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about it.
All right. Next one.
I had a loan that was supposed to be forgiven. Okay.
Which one? Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
go
yeah,
into
yeah,
details.
yeah, yeah.
I had a loan that was going to be forgiven because that came with the property. They gave me a loan to build an affordable house. And they said, okay, you keep this place in shape for 15 years. After 15 years, the loan goes away. Well, I inherited that loan when I bought the property. So the loan's getting ready to go away in like another year.
Like another couple
Yeah,
months.
but, so, I told, anyway, I got the money's worth. So,
Yes.
all right.
You
As long
didn't
as
lose.
I got paid for it
you
by
got
the,
paid
by the
for
buyer,
your.
I'm happy because
Yeah.
I could have waited another year and saved $750,000.
Absolutely. You got
You
paid.
know.
And that was the whole point,
All right,
is that they were going to take it, but they were,
Yeah.
it didn't seem like the right choice that
All
we
right.
wouldn't have made.
What
but
else we
they
got?
would've. All right. Next one. Why didn't Ben Jr. buy the 3LT instead of the 2LT? With all that money, I would have gotten the best Corvette out there. What's the difference between the 3LT and the 2LT? The interior has been upgraded.
Same engine?
Same options, same everything I got. Hardtop convertible, except for I think the 3LT has the interior's been upgraded. That's what your buddy got, or our buddy got.
And speaking of Corvettes, Ben wants to be the new
I'm gonna be the
Mario
new-
and Fatty.
Amphetamine?
And Fatty.
Mario
All right,
amphetamine
now he's
or
taking his
something
Corvette
with
out. He's taking Vincent. He's taking Aaron. They're going to race
Race,
Corvettes
baby.
at Sebring Raceway in Florida and race around the track with my new Corvette.
That's it, baby.
Speed racer.
Batmobile. The Fatmobile.
But they required, because they felt the seatbelt wasn't big enough, they required him that he had to get an extension.
What are you going to do?
All
What are
right,
you
what
gonna
else
do?
we got?
Hey, we're gonna put a caller.
All right,
Caller.
come on, you caller. We didn't even read no damn chat yet.
It's all right.
This
Uh-oh.
guy looks tough.
Ben, how's it going?
All right, how are you? How are you? Speak up a little louder, God damn it!
Okay. I'm
It's too
first,
loud.
let me
Lower
tell you-
yourself.
Okay,
I'm just
first
kidding. Go
let me
ahead.
tell you let me just tell you a little bit about myself. Long story short, I'm 27. I live in the Bay Area, and I'm a garbage man in San Francisco. I got 2 kids and a stay-at-home wife. The Bay Area prices are crazy. So, I'm looking to go FHA with the 4-plex, live in one, like you always say, you preach, to get started in the real estate. And, I'm looking on, I'm looking how to calculate the deal for the property. Obviously, I know I need to get pre-qualified, right? But I have some cash reserves, but that's more of an emergency fund. Now I'm starting on my down payment. I'm starting to stack for my down payment for the FHA loan, right? So I'm just looking on how to calculate and what are some of the best areas. I know it's been a while since you lived out here, Oakland, Stockton. But
I get the point. All right.
Yeah.
You're working as a garbage man in San Francisco. I
Yep.
worked in San Francisco. Don't tell me you're in the fucking Tenderloin.
everywhere, man, we're everywhere, and it's
Oh, my
fucking
God.
nutty.
You got to be careful with all the fucking.
They got to be
needles
driving
and
over
shit.
freaking.
Let me tell you, this part of San
homeless
Francisco
people.
is disgusting. I'm sorry. The truth's a fucking
Yeah.
truth. Okay. I worked at
Yeah.
fucking the Tenderloin. I managed properties in there. I had fucking
Right.
switches everywhere and all kinds of nasty sexual bullshit.
Off of Sutter Street.
Yeah, Sutter and Golf.
Sutter
That's
and
not
Golf.
Golf was nice. Sutter and O'Farrell and all that
O'Farrell, right.
shit. Not Sutter.
Was-
Anyway,
was-
whatever. The point is, you better be really careful doing that kind of work.
I know.
So, basically, you got to go get approved for FHA. Simple. Let's
Right.
not go the first step you got to do is go find any bank. They're all out there. Any broker, anybody you want. And say, approve me for FHA loan. How much can I borrow? And they're going to tell you. And then you got
Right.
you got to go out and find a deal with. What about right now? You living in San Francisco?
No, I live in Dublin. I just moved.
That's a long drive. That's a long.
Yeah,
drive.
it's a little bit. It's a little bit of a long drive, but you to be able to save up for that down payment, especially out here in the Bay Area,
All right, well,
it's
get approved. Listen, we can talk all fucking night, no offense, but you need to go and get FHA approved and find out how much money you got to work with. Then you need $3,500 for every $100,000. So if
Right.
you're gonna spend $500,000, it's $3,500 times 5 is about
What?
17.5 or some shit. All right, you need to save
Right.
up 16.5, something like that. You were never in the military, correct?
No.
All right, so FHA is the best route to go. All right, that's what you got to do. Go get approved tomorrow or online. You can go online right now and get approved. I know friends that have done it. The FHA right now, go online. All right.
Right. Well, it's just the problem is the down payment. But in the
I know.
meantime, basically, my question is in the meantime with the down payment, instead of I know I need to get pre-qualified, but I don't have the down payment. How do I calculate a property and do my
Let me tell you
homework
something.
diligently
How much
before I
money
can
you got?
even?
Well, how much money?
Well,
I mean, what?
It's
how
all
much,
simple return. I mean, you got to
how
look at the
much
money
time you
coming in
need?
and the money going
how
out.
much
That's
time? How
look
much
at
time
property.
do you need to save up to 20 grand? How much time?
I got 20 grand now, but that's more of like an emergency fund. You
All
know
right.
what I
Well,
mean?
the point is that you might be able to work with a realtor. Who knows? First, get approved. Without the bank's money, you can't do shit.
Right.
Right. All right. I gotta go.
Do you reckon, real quick,
No.
last question, do you recommend that? Do you recommend getting approved in this market now? Even,
Listen, it's
anything?
always a good time to get approved. It don't mean you're buying shit. You want to know what you're worth. How much money can you walk out there and say, I'm ready to spend because I got a bank backing me up for a loan? You need to put yourself in that position, and you can do it. You go online and do it. Find out how much money you got to work with. Then we can move on to, okay, what are my options here with this amount the bank's going to loan me? In the meantime, stash all the money you can to get to the 20 grand or maybe less, maybe 15, or be nice to some relatives that got some money and you can borrow it from them. But, just focus on getting approved first. Then we'll worry about the next step, the down payment. All right?
Okay, yeah. I'll you know what I'll do? I'll get pre-approved and then I'll book you for one of those appointments.
All right. Or, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, I'll be there next week. 2 weeks. All right.
What
man.
is it? Is it a Saturday?
And a Sunday.
Yeah, but you ain't got that kind of money to be blowing to go
Hey.
all the way 2,800 miles to Florida and talk to me over the phone. It's cheaper. All right.
That's true.
All right, man.
right.
You be good. Be
Have a good
safe.
night.
Be safe
I
in
like
San
that.
Francisco.
Have a
Holy
good
shit.
night.
You spent time in fucking San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't even want to
Hey,
talk
man.
about the
Let's not
neighborhoods
talk
I had
about
to
it.
stay in.
All right. What else
Let's
you got? You got any
talk
chats?
about it. Yeah, I
You
got a
skipped
bunch
over.
of chats.
All right, go for it.
All right, so would have had something that's not really legible, so we're just gonna skip by that one. But Chris S out of Houston, Texan, we appreciate the $5. Next one we got is Eric Gomez. Ben, I'm 27 and houses around my area are over 800K. The bank will only lend me 400K. What do you suggest I do? Wait for the house market to crash? Basically, he's getting
I missed the whole
50%
thing.
LTV.
Ben, I'm 27. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
He's looking. Okay,
I've
his
been in the
area.
fucking car with you all day. Ben, listening to you. I'm tired of listening to you. Ben, I'm 27 and what?
He's 27. Houses in his area are $800,000. He's only getting approved for $400,000. So basically, what is he to do?
All right.
Just wait for the market to crash.
Listen, you're going to have to expand your radius. Okay. You got to look outside the box. If you got to go somewhere where you can buy something for 400 grand, what else can you do? I mean, I'm sorry. At least you're starting to doing something. It's better than paying fucking rent, And then when you make more money or the market changes, maybe you'll get to where you want in that neighborhood you want to be in 800. You can't start at the fucking top. You can't start with life being easy. I had to move. I lived at the fucking bottom and work my way up to the top. You got to work with what you got. You only got 400K, then that's your budget. All right, what else?
Or you can get, or if you have to, if you know somebody else that's looking that you trust, that there's a partnership or something that,
there is one
I
solution.
mean, you can
might
do
have.
that.
There's one solution I can think of. Okay.
What's that?
All right. You could possibly get approved for more if you go out and find an income property that's FHA, okay, or even a bank will do it. Whoever approved you for the 400K, you say, listen, I got a fourplex here and I'm going to live in one of the units. Now, you know what happens? 3 of those units' income now qualifies you to buy that property. Okay? Talk to a broker, talk to a banker, talk to whoever said they'll give you the 400K. Say, listen, I'm buying a fourplex, and I'm going to be the rent money and the income, and now you'll be living for fucking free. Okay? Because those 3 goddamn rents are going to pay your mortgage 9 times out of 10. All right? Good luck. What else?
All right, next one. So we'll put that one away. And it says, what are some ways, such as personal lines of credit, that would allow me to borrow from the bank to build a down payment for a mortgage using the bank's money?
He wants to borrow money.
Yeah, I mean, what are some ways, such as personal lines of credit, that would allow me to
Listen,
borrow from the bank to build a down
All
payment?
right, so
So you can go get a
line.
line of credit on
Listen.
your house, or if you have, you go get a HELOC. You can do. I mean, if you have a
Listen, the bank's going to loan you money if you got fucking collateral to give them. All right. If you can lock up the bank with basically your credit, your income, any assets you have, get the money any way you have to. If it means you're going to better your life and buy some real estate at the right price. So it doesn't, I mean, yeah, you can borrow. I could go to, it's like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul.
that's the old saying.
No, that's stealing from Peter to pay Paul. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what you do every day, thank God, because otherwise we'd be in bad shape if you didn't do that. But that's within our own family. Anyway, make a long story short, get the money any way you goddamn can. All right. And then go get it up for a down payment or whatever you're trying to buy in real estate. All right. Or get somebody to help
Or
you go co-sign.
Go borrow the money from Peter and go borrow the money from Paul.
And then give it to Mary.
And then give it to
Peter,
Mary
Paul,
to
and
go
Mary.
buy the
They were a
place.
singing group, I think.
And
All
then,
right.
Hey, Ben, we're gonna put a caller. This
All right, put a
All
caller.
right.
Put a caller.
There you go.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Ben? So, quick question here. Love your show, love your advice and everything. I have a rental property I got about 4 years ago, right before COVID. Paid $145 for it. The townhouses around it are going for about $220 now. My mortgage on it is about $1,000, and it rents out for $1,600. I know you like to pull some money out and use that to grow. What would you recommend I do? Sell it, keep renting it, pull money out?
I mean, let's be honest, okay? What's your real cash flow? Your cash flowing after you pay your taxes, your insurance, any maintenance. What are you really making a month on that place? Not $600, right?
Nah, probably. I do everything myself as far as maintenance goes and everything for the most part. Probably about $500 a month, I would say. $550.
All right, so you're making $6,000 a year, okay? All right, so now if you were to sell it, based on the numbers you told me, it sounds like you got. I mean, how you got a loan on it for how much?
145, and I owe about 130 on it now.
Okay, so and you think you could sell it for how much? If you did sell, I'm just saying, if you did.
Yeah, about 220 without
All right,
commissions.
220, 130, $100,000 minus closing costs, $90,000. Maybe if you're lucky, you're left with $90,000, right?
Yep.
Plus, let's see, wait, 130 over that, you're left with $90,000. All right. The point is, you got $6,000 a month a year, $6,000 a year coming in right now, or you got $90,000. Now, if you give up that $6,000 a year, what are you going to do with that $90,000 to replace the $6,000 a year, which is about $90,000 a year? $90,000 will buy you. What's that? What turn is that? 10% would be 9,000. So right now you're at about 7% return on your money. Yeah, 7% return on your money. That's what you're getting right now. That's your choice. If you think you can take that $90,000 and go get better than 7%, that's what I do. I sell a damn thing and take that money and go buy something that's going to make me 10 or 20% or something. The point is, what do you want to do? Do you have any opportunities that you can make $90,000 and throw it into that's going to make you the same income?
Not that I'm looking and can't find anything.
Keep looking. In the meantime, I mean, you can. The problem is this: it's a rental. You don't live there, right?
Right.
So you can't do the HELOC. And then if you borrowed the money and refinanced and pulled any money out of it and still kept it and reduced your cash flow, but got your hands on some money to do a deal, the problem is that you're gonna have a high mortgage. What else I was gonna think of? I can't remember now. Anyway, the point is, it's up to you if you want to take that $90,000. If you refinance it, you won't get 90. You only get about 70. Maybe not even that. Maybe only 60. So if you refinance it, reduce your cash flow, got your hands on $60,000, kept the place with less cash flow, what can you do with $60,000? I don't know. $60,000 is a down payment, 20% down of about $300,000. You go out and buy something for $300,000 with $60,000 down. You can try doing that if it's available. What else? So I mean, sell it or keep the cash flow. If you want to keep growing, I'm going to tell you right now. If you want to keep growing, you got to get your hands on that equity. If that's all you got,
right?
Get your hands on the equity and make it work, because otherwise you're not going to grow. You're going to sit back and you're going to have equity in the property, and you're going to make your $6,000 a year, and that's the end of the deal. That's fine.
Well, I have
a
condo I live in now, and I want to rent that out too, which I can't. I've had this for about 5 years. I do have money set aside to buy another place to move into, so I only have to put 3.5% or 5% down. But like I said, I keep looking, everything's overpriced. So that was
And
my
you're
other
not
problem.
interested. Are you a single guy?
I have a girlfriend. She's in the Navy, but we might be moving in the next year. But I still want to build my portfolio here where we live.
I mean, honestly, if you can handle it, you'd probably be the ideal person instead of buying a house. It's up to you. Your personal life is buying a duplex. If
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can that kind of constrict, small space, whatever, I don't know. And then you basically live for free. Almost.
Right.
If you buy it right. You got to go out and find a deal. Listen, you got some equity in your property, you got some money in the bank, you need to go find a deal. That's all. The whole real estate thing is all about finding the deal.
I
You'll
agree.
find the money, you'll fix this, you'll do this. It's finding the opportunity in the deal. And then after that, it's all common sense and resources.
What would you recommend is the best way to find the deal? I've bought and sold cars. I've went out and wrote letters and put them in Ziploc bags and put them on people's cars that had tow stickers on them. Bought some cars that way and flipped them.
Why don't you look around, if it's possible, to buy all the cars that are being marked up by the dealer right now? Go out there and find yourself an electric Hummer and then flip it, baby. I know a guy that doubled his money. He ordered it like a year ago, and then it finally came in at the dealer's sticker price because he waited a year.
Right.
And then as soon as he bought it, he flipped it and made double the fucking money on the electric Hummer. Unbelievable.
That's
All
crazy.
right, I don't know. You got to find the deals, man. You got to go on LoopNet. You got to look on the MLS in your area. You got to find a good real estate agent. You got to go online and look for shit in your area and see what may make sense to you.
All right. Are you familiar with Virginia Beach area at all?
Virginia who?
Beach.
Beach. I mean, I went there once when I was stationed in Fort Useless. Not really. But I see stuff pop up there. I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
People seem nice from there.
Yeah.
Everybody I meet from Virginia Beach is always pretty nice. Hey, I'm from Virginia Beach. It's like, you're cool, man. I'm from Virginia Beach.
It's not Virginia. It's Virginia Beach. It's like we're by the water.
Yeah,
we're
Virginia Beach.
more
Don't confuse us with the
refined with the
hillbillies.
Virginians.
And we're definitely not West, and you're definitely not West Virginia.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
go
well,
on
good
to-
luck to you. Take care. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, find a deal. Find a deal. That's all we need. You find a deal.
That's
for
really
your
when you make
next
the money.
Deal.
It's really what you've always said is you make the money when you find the deal.
Finding the deals
Is
the
when you
days
really
of
make
year.
the money,
That's when
is
you
when
can
you know
start
you can-
doing shit to make the
can-
money. Then you're in control. Once you get that fucking deal, you're in the fucking driver's seat. Well, you got any chats,
We
Chatty?
got tons of chats.
Let's read them. Aaron would have banged them out
Aaron
by
would
now.
have been sorry. I'm not used to this. All right, so I don't know this Patrick Ekstrom. He's from 28 Mobile. He wants us to reach out. He says reach out, but
Did he pay you any money?
He paid, but he paid in Chinese
All right,
HK.
well, there you go.
So,
There you
but
go.
it's a couple $100.
Go to
American. I already-
benmaller.com/consult.
So
Get
reach
me on the
out,
phone.
reach out.
Every day I talk to people to consult with me, and I'm happy to do it, and they're paying for some fee because, a follower wants to get paid. But, that's it. Get me on the phone if you want me to reach out. I reach out.
All right. So the next one is book September 9th to the 11th. I still get in the live event and can use my stay as a ticket, right? Original link said 9th to the 12th.
know. You get a
but
ticket to
can't
go to
stay
one
that
show.
long.
All right. You get a ticket to that one night show. You can stay in the hotel for the rest of your life if you really want to do me a favor. But you book the room package. You get one room one night with a ticket, or you buy 2 nights and a ticket. Come
You get
to
one
both
ticket.
shows.
Are you?
Come to the after the Sabbath show. There better be some goddamn Jews showing up because they bitched at me about doing them on the Sabbath, and now I'm doing a second show on a Sunday, which is probably going to kick Little Ben's ass. So you better show up on Sunday. And there ain't no fucking bagel. Oh wait, 12 hotel they better have bagels and lox for people to buy.
Oh, the Jewish people need bagels and lox.
There you go. I need a bagel. You
right.
give me a lox. I'm happy. I'm not whining so fucking much.
I don't know what CRC currency is, but get a son's shout out to Omar and Samuel.
Oh, Omar and Samuel.
AB didn't want to say nothing, but that they
Anybody spending some money, those are the people
$10.
that deserve
AB
it. All
said
right.
$10.
Well, everyone always tells us. So go
AB,
ahead.
good shout out to AB. We appreciate it. $10.
Thank you. All right, move
Says
on.
Ben, I'm in Clearwaters. Do you have any rentals around Pinellas?
We don't have any multifamily anymore. We don't have any apartments. All we have right now is Airbnb and hotels in this area, unfortunately. But What are you gonna do? Ben sold off all our goddamn apartment buildings. He's
I
ruining
got
us.
4 in Sebring.
He's got a plot. He's got a mission to destroy us. He got rid of all our
yeah.
apartment buildings.
Let's not
I've
talk
been in
about how I
apartment buildings
destroyed
for
us.
over 30 years.
That's right. Let's
and
not
you
talk
took
about.
them away.
Yeah, and I also replaced it with money in the bank.
Yeah, money shmoney. Who cares about money? You know. All right. What else?
I think you care about
Read
money.
the chat.
Hey, Ben, my wife is thinking of being an agent. Is this a good time? What would it do to take classes? What would you do to make money fast? Thanks.
You're welcome. Next. All right. I mean, if your wife is willing to get the real estate license, is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, his wife wants
Then
to get the
do
real
it.
estate license.
Do it. It ain't going to hurt her. It's going to put her in the game and put her in a position to be in real estate and finding deals and selling deals and buying deals and, get the license. And only like one course. Every state has its own test. And they make you take like one course. You can do it. I think even little Ben almost did it, but he failed the test,
I
right?
did not fail the test. Okay, I have to go take my state exam. I'm waiting. I filed all the paperwork. There's nothing. They don't get back to you. It's been months. They're backlogged. They got
Bullshit.
nobody process. Go ahead, bullshit. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, you get a real estate
I
license.
love the way you
very
call
quickly.
me out every
Take
time
the
on
test.
bullshit. I'm gonna start calling your
schedule the-
bullshit. Go ahead, let's
I
do
don't
it.
bullshit.
Go ahead.
If I tell you something,
Go ahead.
you can take it to the
All right,
fucking
go
bank,
ahead,
baby.
bullshit. Go ahead. We're gonna do it. All
I
right,
think it's like the
Seuss Ventura. Thank you for the $10. All right, dear Ben, I found a deal too good to be true, but it turns out the building is in land lease that has 22 years left. The value factors, my lease agreement, my store. Is it worth buying?
You're the big
I don't
retail
know
guy.
what you're talking. I don't know.
He bought.
I don't want to bullshit anybody. I don't want to
Come on.
bullshit
Are you
anybody.
going to start with that bullshit?
No, that
now?
bullshit.
About being sensitive. Come here,
That
fucking
bullshit.
break. All right,
I
was
found
nice
a deal
today.
too good to be true, but it turns out the building's a land lease that has
Land
22
lease.
years left. Well, you know the answer. They want to hear from you. The value of a building that sits on a land lease is a lot less than when you own the building. That owner can come in and take that building back or not renew that land lease after 22 years. So if you're willing to take that chance, if you can make all your profit back in 22 years or more, or you think you got the guy, maybe you get the guy to renew the land lease before you buy it. I don't know, but I wouldn't say 22 years is only a little bit of a lifetime.
You're not really buying
And
a
then
property.
you're
You don't.
you don't own the land. So
you're buying a building, and
and then what happens?
when the 22 years are up, you tell the guy,
Move your
your
building.
fucking building out of here,
Right.
And that's not a good position to be in unless you're in New York City and you got a 100-year lease. That's where it makes sense. All right, what else, Ben Jr.?
All right. This person, Ben, I live in Sydney, Australia, and looking to buy an investment. Does your advice still apply for the Australian market?
How would I know? I do talk to people from Australia. I talk to people all over the world, but I mean, the market is very expensive there from what I
Yeah.
heard, but people are still doing stuff. Listen, there's always a way to do something, whether it's even maybe in Australia, you can't find something for sale that makes sense. Maybe you can build something. Everywhere is growing. Everywhere has to grow. Old shit has to become new shit. Empty space has to be filled in. I don't know the market, but I know if you try, you will succeed in life. That is a fact. No matter what country you live in. Well, maybe not certain
certain ones, yeah.
But unfortunately,
One
day they
more.
don't wake up.
AB, there was a previous AB. I think it was the same one, but 2018, we bought a 15-acre property for around $300K, which is now paid off. Recently received a letter of intent to buy 6 acres for $1.6 million, in which they want to use the land to build a gas station. Sell it. There's only 6 acres. You got 15 acres. Now they want to, I don't know. Why would you not?
Listen,
I mean, that's
if
a
you got
big
15
difference.
acres and you
You
can
could put
carve
$1.6 million
out an
in
acre
your
and a half
bank.
and
No,
pocket
$6
$1.5 million
acres.
bucks.
6
I'd
acres.
chop that fucking piece of land up everywhere I could. I'd chop it up like a fucking cookie cutter. All right. And sell all that shit off. Who the fuck knows how much money you got? $1.5 million for 1.5 acres out of 15? It's only 10%. You know what that makes the property worth? $15 million. And you only paid $300,000. I don't know. Maybe you make $5 million, $10 million. But I would cut that fucking land up and make every dime I could off of it. You're not doing shit with it else anyway. You're not building on it. You would have done it already. So that's what I would do. Take the money and run, baby. Take the money and run.
We got a caller.
We have a caller.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, how are you?
Here from Middletown, Ohio. What's your connection?
Oh my God. No, you did not
Hang up.
just say.
Hang up.
Hang up on this.
Cut him off.
Just
Give
cut
his
him
fucking
off.
money
Just
back.
give-
I don't wanna
whatever
talk
we-
to him. No, stop. Let's
No,
go.
I'm just kidding.
All right, what do you
Oh,
got?
shit,
What do
we
you
were
got?
joking,
I'm
Rafael.
gonna try
Put
to
him back.
swallow
Put
this
him back.
one. All fucking places. Go ahead.
Yeah, so from Middletown, have 150 grand in cash.
Need to
Looking
get out
to,
of Middletown.
well, I'm not in Middletown anymore. I'm in the Cincinnati, Ohio.
There
area.
you go. See, you just
Yeah, I got out of there as soon as I could, but that's where I'm from, born and raised.
Millionaire in Middletown. Go ahead. All right, so you're in Cincinnati. You got 150 grand. What do you want to do?
I'm residential versus commercial.
What do you? I mean,
Residential versus
Let me ask you a
commercial.
question. Have you ever been in real estate before? Have you ever bought any real estate?
I have, and I have my license as well.
All right. So, what kind of real estate or have you owned already?
Just residential.
Houses?
Yeah,
Any
but
license? I
Yep.
mean, what do you do for a living? Do you sell real estate? Do you sell homes, residential? What do you do?
no, I'm in the medical field.
You're in the medical field. I
Yep.
mean, I don't know if you got a license. I mean, wherever the deal is. I mean,
Okay.
commercial, you're going to need, some deep pockets if you want to get
Sure.
a commercial world. Retail, I mean, unless you struck it, where you found some shopping center that was distressed and you can fix the units up and rent them out. I don't see anybody starting off in commercial.
Yeah.
The best way to start, like I did, was in rent out
Residential.
apartments. Rent an apartment out. Get a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex.
Multifamily.
It's pretty much guaranteed. You're always going to find a body to put in that unit. You're always going to get your rent, and that's how you get into real estate. But 150 grand, find out what you qualify for. What are you doing right now? You paying rent, or you living out?
No,
He said
mortgage.
it's Ben Jr.'s doppelganger. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're paying a mortgage right now, right?
Yes. Yep.
So go number one. Go out there and find a deal. But what do you qualify for? Have you tried to qualify for like a fourplex or anything like that, or?
I haven't. No.
I mean, go out and try to, at the same time, line yourself up. You're pre-qualified to go out and buy a small, maybe multifamily property. Hopefully, you'll find a good one, and then, and then keep looking. You got access to the MLS
Yes.
every day. Check the MLS. As soon as a fourplex, a triplex, a duplex comes on board, maybe a house will come up. Who knows? Maybe you'll find a shitbox house in a halfway decent neighborhood.
Middletown.
Cincinnati. I don't know, but
Hey, rent's going up everywhere. You never know.
the point is, you just got to do it. You have a license already, then you have you don't need an agent. You have access yourself. Find a deal. It's all about just finding a deal. Go to the bank, line up the money, and that's all you need to get ahead. As long as you buy the right deal. So
Gotcha.
just start looking everywhere you can.
All
All
right.
right.
So, what's your connection to Middletown?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, fair
All
enough.
right.
All right, man.
Next.
That's-
Next.
Ben's relatives, put it that way.
Put it that way.
All right. What else we got?
The Mayflower.
You got
crew.
anything, Ben?
Well, yeah, we got some stuff. Okay, I'll bang it out. Here we go. All right. Thank you for the $2 again, Sus Ventura. Arcuchuleta?
Cheapo.
What the heck does that say? Arcuchuleta? I don't know. Anyway, hey, Ben. I'll put it up on the screen. Hey, Ben. I'm from Northern Ireland, and I made my money selling potatoes and spud related products. Keep making the videos. They're brilliant crack. Crack?
Great.
Crack.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mashed potatoes. Ireland. You know what's the what do they call a good Irish dinner? Six pack and a bag of potatoes.
Ben, I love you. I lost my pops when I was 13, and he was a biz-minded. And I also was going into real estate. Thanks for guiding the youth. Much love, Pops, from The Vibe.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Jazamielsa, Asa. I don't know. Can you do this business just cash, no credit or loans?
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want if you got the money to do it. It's all about having the money to do the deal. Can't do, if you got cash, do cash.
What are you talking about? Like all cash?
If that's what he's saying.
Cash,
Yeah,
cash?
there's no law that says you have to borrow money.
Nope.
You got the money, spend it, A lot of people buy properties with cash and don't get a fucking mortgage. That's them. That's not me. I like to get a better return on my money using the bank's money. What else?
All right.
Hey guys, don't forget
Oh.
live for sale show coming soon.
She's already called her sister and told her to order tequila. She has to have a special liquor order to make sure the bar has what she wants. All
Not
right.
that much. Don't worry. I only order a box.
But she's right. September 10th and 11th. Come hang out with
With the
me
crew.
and Ben Jr.
And Carla.
and Carla and Aaron, and Vincent and everybody else
And
Paulie,
Paulie.
and the list goes on. And even Raful. I want
Raful's
everybody
gonna
to
be
come
there?
up there. I want everybody to come to the event. I want to go right up to Rafal and say, "Hey, Raful." All right, what else we got?
Una más. Uno más. I'm sorry, I'm not taking Spanish right now. Ben, thank you for saying you can do anything you set your mind to.
You can put it in your brain.
Thank you, he's saying.
You're welcome. Aaron's a lot better than you. at
Yeah,
this.
you know, well,
He
he's
picks
got
out the ones
skills.
that have questions.
Well, there
you
is
know.
none. There is none.
Nobody has a goddamn.
Nobody
question.
has a question.
All right,
Howdy,
all right. Well, it's
Ben.
gonna be
Hope
a
you're
quick
doing
night.
great.
Hey, if
Ben,
you guys don't want to call in, it's going to be a quick night.
Ben,
Fine.
howdy, Ben. I hope you are all doing great.
That's another hello. Hello. How
Yeah,
are
hello.
you? All right. Everyone would be
Banging them out. There's no
man.
more. They don't want to talk
All
to
right,
me.
shout out to this person.
All right, somebody, hey, try $50.
All right,
but there wasn't
all right.
no questions.
No question. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm a
Here we
scorer.
go. One. Hi, Ben. For a multi-million-dollar house like yours, what is the best way to finance it? Do you pay interest-only mortgages? And if so, is it not risky?
I do interest only, okay, because I don't want to pay all that money out every month buying down a goddamn house that I already goddamn have a ton of equity in. All right, what do I want to buy the equity down more for? I already got a ton of equity in the damn house. And if I had no equity in the house, I still would rather pay the bank as little as possible. I'm not using the house as a savings account. It's a place I got to live, and I want to keep that expense as low as I can. So you get the best home loan you can for like as long as you can. I like interest only. They may not even give it to everybody, but I'll take it. And that's what I do. That's it.
Joe Rogers. Ben, here's another $5 for gas in your Rolls Royce.
That will get me 3 blocks.
Cool Drone Flights. I own and manage a decent bit of commercial retail business warehouse. What is the best way to find high-value commercial tenants?
Get a good agent. I mean, honestly, nobody's got time. Everybody specializes in shit. Do we have time to be in that whole circle looking for tenants and knowing who's doing this?
No, you got to
It's a
send it to
career.
somebody that, yeah, exactly.
Go to somebody that makes a career out of it. Yes, you're going to have to pay them for their time. They can't work for free, but it's a cost of doing business. How much was the last commission you paid out to the agent that rented a retail space for us?
Last one is probably around 40 grand, 50 grand.
50 big ones. But
We
why?
paid out. I paid
You
out
got us a
hundreds.
tenant that
I
pays
paid out like
150 grand a
100,000 one
year
time.
for the next 10 years. Okay, so if the guy got me $1.5 million lease, I'll give him 50 grand. That's life. All right, you got to pay and use experts when you want to get shit done quick. Because the sooner you get that tenant in there, the sooner you're making money. It's part of doing business. What else? That's a good
We
question.
got, hi, Ben. I'm 17 and very interested in real estate. I'm saving up money, but do you recommend getting into wholesaling or buying us up properties?
Listen, at 17, your brain is a sponge. Okay, do everything you possibly think about doing. All right. If you want to check out wholesaling, and you know somehow you can learn it and get around the right people doing it. The point is, when you're young and you want to learn, go find people that are already making the money doing it and learn from them. That's what I did. All right. So whether, at 18, I think you get your real estate license if you want. You could be studying for it right now. Okay. And you could schedule that test when you turn 18. And that's to be the best 18th birthday present you could ever dream of. All right. You can get a real estate license. You can try wholesaling. Once you get the license, you can go work in an office. You can train under people making money. If you're 18, you can also go into an apartment building and take a job as a leasing agent, showing apartments and learning the whole thing of how it works. Don't worry about the money right now. The money is not important. It's the experience you're going to get. That's where it could be worth millions. Okay. So do everything you can. Try everything you possibly can and just do it.
D's from Detroit.
D's nuts.
From Detroit. First-time home buyers. Should I buy a turnkey home or a fixer-upper and build sweat equity? Plan on convert to rental after 12 months. Not afraid of constructions, but to get my feet wet, I should do turnkey.
If you have the ability to fix something up, normally 99.9% of the time, if you didn't overpay and you know how much money it's going to take to fix that place up, you're going to win. All right. It's called sweat equity. So if you're not afraid of construction and you have the ability and you found a deal that makes sense and you know you can fix that sucker up, that's great. Providing the loan you're getting doesn't require an inspection. FHA, it's not that easy. With FHA, they're going to do an FHA inspection and the place can be kind of rough, but it got to be working in, livable condition. It's got to have HQS. Tell us what HQS means, Ben.
HQS.
Yes, the property has to pass HQS.
High quality standards.
Very good. Housing quality standards.
Housing quality standards. Where did you just make that one
I
up
learned
from?
that, but we went to Section 8. That was the first thing they told me.
I'm calling
Don't
bullshit
let
on
us
that
come
one.
out there and inspect your
I'm calling
apartments.
bullshit on that one.
Stop. HQS, Housing Quality Standards, the Section 8 program. The first thing they inspector taught me.
HQS
Don't wait.
inspection.
You know why? Because I failed the
God
inspection.
damn.
I failed the
I
inspection.
never heard of it. Never heard of an HQS
I'm telling you
inspection.
the reason.
It was just a housing inspection. I never heard it was
Housing Quality
HQS.
Standards. Read the HUD 5001652.
Never read it. Just read the thing that said that it had to,
Anyway,
pass
the point
this.
is, all right,
Good job.
it has to be HQS, Housing Quality Standards, if you try to get a loan through any kind of government.
Now you got to call.
We have a call.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How can we help you?
Hello, Ben. Love your show. Thanks so much for taking the call. Listen, I used to do sort of townhouses, condos, trying to get in the game. I did sort of the buy and hold strategy. I wasn't trying to fix and flip. Unfortunately, my timing sucked. I was doing this 2007, the market crashed. I was stuck holding the mortgages. So the people lost their jobs. That didn't work out. Fast forward several years. Now I'm part of a team. This guy has done really well buying shopping centers. So now I'm a minority investor. I get sort of an 8% cumulative return. But I'm like, that's not going to get me where I'm going anytime soon. I'm trying to learn. But he has hundreds of millions, well, billions. And I'm coming in at $250,000 as an investor. I'm like, I'm trying to sort of speed this up.
If he's got all that money,
also-
why does he want
yeah,
you
go
to
ahead.
invest? If he's
I'm
got
sorry,
all
say
that,
again, Ben?
if he's got all that money, why does he want you to invest? Why would he
Well,
share?
he's been nice. He's been nice.
Oh,
Look,
he's a
I
nice
said, look, I want to
guy.
live. I want to live in my dream home. It
All right,
costs
listen.
$5 million. Making
mean,
$300,000 a year is
well,
not going to get it.
You know, listen, how many millions dollar
Bless you.
home? What do you say? Anyway,
My dream home's about
Your
$5
dream
million
home,
bucks.
well,
I'm
forget-
trying to get
all right,
there.
well, if
but
you want
making
dream-
$300,000 a year won't get it.
well, the point is that you want to make dreams reality. Listen, the guy don't need your money, and he's a nice
Right.
guy doing you a favor. But the point is
Yeah.
that it's not the money. Everybody, he's got hundreds of millions of dollars. There's plenty of banks out there that want to loan money. There's plenty of money out there. Money don't mean shit. Okay, it's about finding the friggin' deal and having a plan for it. That's what makes the money. And if you want that guy, you want to use his money, bring him a fucking deal and say, "Hey, I found this deal." And if he likes it and he, puts the money in, and I mean, are you involved in any kind of way in any of the business? Are you doing anything?
I'm a passive investor.
Well, then you're not going to get
you.
shit. You're going to get your 8% return, and you just sit down and say, "Okay, thank you." I mean, basically, the only way you're going to make money is to create it. You can't just,
Right.
invest it. Nobody's going to make your day. You got to make your own day. You're going to have to get in the real estate business. You're going to have to look at shopping centers. You're going to have to find and work the ropes and find the tenants and fix them up and whatever it takes. So, I mean, that's the only way I know how. I can, money is only going to get you so far. All right. You can
Right.
take money and get 8%. I can show you plenty of fucking, the Starwood Capital will pay you 8% dividend, and they're worth billions. I mean, you can get 8% all day long invested in something halfway smart. But the point is, you're not going to grow, and you're not growing. The only way you're going to grow is to have a plan to grow. It ain't giving to somebody else your money. That ain't the plan. You got to do it yourself. No offense.
Understood.
All right. Good luck. Go
Thank you.
find a deal. Get with
Appreciate
him. Start working with him. Start telling him. And you don't want to just be a passive investor. I want to be a real investor. I want to get my hands dirty. I want to help you. Help us.
He's not listening.
Well,
I guess
then,
I got to find somebody else.
no, then find the deals and put them in front of
Okay.
him. Go
Okay.
on wherever you don't know what he's doing. You don't know where he's going. You don't know
Exactly.
You don't know any of that. How's
Well,
he
I've been
finding
trying-
deal?
look, he says, "Look, I'm gonna be here. I'm in Las Vegas. I go." He said, "I'm teaching a class over here. I go. Everywhere he tells me he's there, I go." But he's still keeping me very passive right now.
Is he paying you? There ain't no scam, I hope.
No,
You
no,
collecting the money,
man,
right?
none of that crap. No, this guy's the real deal.
All right,
Trust me,
well,
he's
then
the real deal.
find out what he's doing and do it too. Who's Whatever he's doing, do it. All right, if you can.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. You got anything, Vinson? I mean, Aaron?
Boy,
Ben?
he can't
I
keep a
can't ask you
name
to track
straight.
the
He got
kids.
too many kids.
Too many kids to keep track.
Hi,
of the goddamn
Ben. I
names.
live in Europe and I want to buy real estate in Afghanistan. Do you have any advice for me?
Yeah. Stop drinking. Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know how to answer that.
That
one.
was funny. I
Those are
thought
two
that was
places
funny.
I wouldn't buy fucking real estate.
Okay.
Afghanistan.
Hey, Ben.
I got a bunch of fucking Afghanistan money, I think.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah, that's Iraqi money.
Fuck.
Hey, Ben, thanks for everything. I'm from Israel, and the real estate prices here are way too high to even get the down payment for the mortgage. Any suggestions?
I mean, if there's no opportunity in Israel, how can there ever be opportunity in Israel? It's all Jews. How the fuck you gonna
That's
compete
pretty
with
funny.
a whole country of
Fucking
fucking Jews? I mean, it's one thing you got some in the neighborhood. I'm Jewish. You know, we got Jews here, we got Jews
That's
there.
funny.
But imagine being a whole country full of them where everybody's Jewish. They'll never get a fucking deal out of anybody.
That's funny.
It's impossible.
That's funny.
You'd be trying to get fucking juice out of a fucking matzo cracker. So anyway, you forget about Israel, but you know, I don't know what's going on I don't know about outside the country.
Yeah.
You know, if you ask me about the U.S., I can help you, but outside the country, it makes no sense to me. It's too fucking hard. I've learned it. I know about the banking there. I know about the real estate prices. It's just you have very little chance compared to the U.S. That's my opinion.
Shout
What
out
else?
to Edo Man. Edo Man, shout out. Thank you very much. All right, next one. We got, hi, Ben. I'm 17 and very interested in real estate.
Another
I'm
one?
saving up money, but do you recommend getting into wholesaling or buying?
You already read
Oh,
that.
I read that one.
fucking
Sorry.
already.
All right, well, that's why Aaron's so much better at this. We need Aaron. I need Aaron. I like to focus on the people
Yeah.
and questions, and I like to talk to them. I'm
You
like
wanna be
reading. You're stressing me. I'm like
I'm
reading
stressing
this stuff, and then you know.
All right, you
All
got
right,
no
here
more
we go. I
calls?
got more. Ben, I love you so much. I'm from Turkey. We manage
Gobble,
a
gobble,
yarn
gobble.
factory.
What
I
factory?
wish- I will use your tips through my dreams.
A yarn factory.
A
in
yarn
Turkey.
factory. All right. Hey,
My
Ben.
relatives are there. He's probably one of my relatives if he's Jewish. All right, you got any more call? You people don't want to come and give us a call Rafal?
60 super chats.
Then read them.
I'm reading them.
You want to try reading them?
Hey, Ben, you want to read them? Hey, Ben, I got an 820 credit score and I want to get real estate. It's against my religion to pay interest.
Oh, here
Are
we
there any
go.
banks that
Fucking
offer
religion.
0%
Listen,
loans?
I'm not even going to waste my time talking to you. All right, I've had this conversation with the Hasidics and all that bullshit.
Is it against the religion to
Listen,
pay interest?
Yes. Well, it's
What?
against your religion to sign for shit or I don't know. Listen, if religion has nothing to do with business. So if you want to be in religion, you be in religion. If it conflicts with you in business, then you can't do the business. Take your pick. All right. Or just do both like everybody else. You think God cares if you're paying interest? How else would we have a bank? How else would people borrow money? If we didn't pay interest to the banks and they didn't loan money to other people, our money out, the whole world would be nothing. Zero. You think God wants that? I don't think so. So that's your opinion. Do what you want, but I can't help you.
Ito, thank you
Take your
again.
pick.
Ito, thank you again. Ben Mallet for president.
Never.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, with real estate rates, flat rate inspections, with real estate rates going up and the market being overpriced as whole, do you prefer dividend paying stocks with 500K or real estate? Would you want to buy dividend paying stocks with $500,000 or would you run to real estate? That's the
Listen,
question.
You go wherever you're going to get the best return on your money. All right. If you have access to real estate deals, real estate is, you could put money and park it in real estate and get a modest return. Listen, the whole world and the whole system is based on risk and return. Okay. The less risk you got,
Are you starting?
then the less money you're going to make. All right. If you find a deal in real estate, go into real estate. Maybe you can double that $500,000 into $1 million. If you stick it in some kind of market, dividend paying market, you can get the fucking dividend. I got dividend paying stuff. There's all kinds out there. You go to NLY, Annaly Capital. It's paying like 12.5%. They loan out mortgages, I think mostly backed by Fannie and Freddie. But now's a good time to buy them because I bought them at a lot higher price. In fact, everybody out there can buy shit that I bought too high. You can come in now and get 20% less than I bought it, and you think I know what the fuck I'm doing, but I guess I didn't. But again, it's the market. Now's a good time to buy into a lot of shit because you're going to get a really good dividend. Go online, look it up, do your homework like I do, or talk to a financial professional.
This
But,
leads
you
us
know-
in kind of to the next one. Any tips for market which are not matured enough and loans aren't cheap? Here in India, it's almost impossible to make money when you pay off the taxes in EMI. So
You know,
any tips for the market is what they're asking,
You know,
basically.
What market? You know, in
This-
India, the fruit
Any
market,
tips on the
vegetable
markets
market.
which are not matured enough
I go to the market, I have a whole
and
bunch of
loans are not
apples,
cheap.
but nobody wants to pay me the right price for the apples. All right, but seriously,
We can't tell you about anything in India. It's hard. I mean, we
you
don't know.
I don't know. I mean, all I can tell you is that it either makes sense or it don't.
I
know.
don't work. Will the bank give me a loan?
Yes, maybe. If you don't listen, the banks are all based on risk. How much risk? They have their risk tolerances for everything and everybody in life. If you got a bunch of money sitting in the bank, hell yeah, they'll loan you some friggin' money. But they're gonna tie up that money you got sitting in the bank. They gotta have their hooks in something that protects their ass in case you don't pay them. It's all about banking is strictly about risk. How much risk are you? If you're no risk like me, they're going to give you pretty much most of all the money you want within reason. If you're a high risk, they're going to give you so much. You know, where are you on the risk factor? So it's all about collateral. You got anything to show the bank that's worth anything? Put it up as collateral. They'll loan you money on it. Everything has a value. Well, almost everything.
Billy Joel Osteen. Stories or tips about living with tenants in the beginning?
Listen, it was the best experience I ever got in my
I
life.
tell you what, I
Little
lived,
Ben was raised in
lived in
apartment
every
buildings
apartment complex we've owned and since
his
the
whole
last
life.
10
Up
years,
until he was
maybe.
like
Last 7 years.
17 years
Yeah.
old, the whole life.
And then I lived in
finally
the
got a house.
wait,
when
but then
you-
I lived in the apartments I managed after
There you
that
go.
until like
well,
30.
you got the same experience that I
Right.
got, but you got it in a better class.
But he's saying, do you have
Well,
any
except
tips or
Texas.
stories? Tips.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
give
a
you a
lot of
tip. You know what
stories.
tip? Want me to tell you a tip? No fraternizing with the residents. Okay. That's tip number 1. Leave it business. 100% business. Okay. Always leave it business. No matter if you live there, you don't want to have barbecues with your neighbors. Go socialize outside of your residence. Don't socialize with your tenants. That's what I'm saying. That's the biggest tip that I could give, because as soon as
we
that
both learned from our
somebody
mistakes.
says, I can't pay my rent, and it's your friend or whatever,
You're
what are
gonna
you going
get
to
personal.
do? You're going to get personal.
All right?
Okay. And so
And
you
when
don't
I
want to,
was
that's the
young, I
biggest
got very
tip.
personal.
You don't
In
want
fact, I
to
had business, monkey business.
monkey business.
but,
Okay.
Anyway,
That's the biggest tip I
but
would give
it
you with
is the
living with
best
tenants.
experience you'll ever fucking get if you want to be in real estate. If you live in that building and you live it, you live in it. You're there with them,
Right.
and you listen to them bitching and they're complaining, and then they got all the rent and this and that, and it's got to be fixed, and the fucking roof leaks, and you're right there. It's like you're in the war zone, fighting a war every day, which I was.
Which we were.
We were shit, gunshots and all.
Me and Julio got
but
shot at in
we've seen it
Texas.
all. We've had people murdered. We've had dead bodies. We've had all kinds of shit. You
We got a
know?
caller also.
We move people out with U-Haul trucks. We've done it all.
Hey, Ben, we got a caller.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Ben.
Yes, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, good, Ben. So I love you. I watch all your videos, but I don't have a question for you. I have a question specifically for Ben Jr.
Uh-oh. I'm going to need 50% of this call. I'm just joking.
It's all good. You get. I'll do another fast pass. So, okay, Ben Jr. I have a question because I feel like a lot of people don't, maybe haven't asked this. From a perspective of working with your family, what did you ever have any issues of, relatives or friends or people around your circle being like, oh, you know what, you're only successful because you're daddy. You're only successful because of, your father. Without him, you wouldn't be anywhere.
My
can you
dad
talk
told
about,
me
like, that dynamic.
I mean, my father used to tell me that. I mean, without him, I would be nowhere. And it's true, I mean, because he did put us on that level where we could grow. But yes, I've had to deal with that a lot. When I was younger, I mean, I was managing buildings since I was the age of maybe 21. And I had a maintenance guy until I showed him that I wasn't this, silver spoon prick kid, until I showed him I wasn't afraid to get my hands dirty. I wasn't afraid to work with him. He was an older man. And so he looked at me a little bit different until I proved to him that I'm going to be right there working with him. And so me and him worked together for a long time, but it started out rough. It usually starts out rough with older people that I work with, because they look at this as, hey, this is a young kid. He doesn't know what he's doing. But, you know, the knowledge that my father gave me, a lot of people don't get until they're 50 years old. And I got all that training when I was young, you know, and so
Right.
I had a lot of knowledge that I could pass along to people that worked with me. And that's it.
I'm going to tell you right now, you know what? My opinion is sons do better than their fathers. Okay? They always do.
Right.
A lot of sons I know that took over their family business or run their family business, they do better than their fathers because they're new, they're young, they're fresh.
It's like
fathers
they're
get
bred
old.
into it. They're bred into it also.
Technology.
And-
So he can run circles around me in many aspects of real estate. Okay?
And I asked that
So
because
now-
like
And people would
I'm
rather deal
similar
with you
to
than
him.
me.
Sometimes would people rather deal with you than me sometimes too.
But they respect you.
Right.
He earned his respect in the business, so he didn't really have to. Of course, when he was younger, he probably dealt with, you know, oh, you're Ben's son.
Right.
But now
Right.
being Ben's son means something.
But when I was younger, being Ben's son actually meant getting stuck into the apartments and the stuff that he was rehabbing, working next to the guys.
Right.
That's how he taught me, you know, how to do texture, how to do sheetrock, how to do electrical. I know how to change out plugs and ceiling fans. And that's how I learned, was by doing it. So he actually stuck me there.
Now he can
Free
manage it.
labor he was getting.
I paid your room and board.
I slept with Pete in an old Victorian one night. That was bored.
He made you a chair
Out of
wood.
board, out of woods.
All right. So yeah. What else? That's it.
I pretty
We lost him.
I think we lost him. Oh,
I'm
no.
in the family business, so we're doing the same thing. But it was one of these things where I was just always in the constant battle of, you know, is it something where can I hold my ground, you know, and not just being my father's shadow type thing. So I wanted to kind of hear from you, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, don't hear that side of things. Where it's like, yeah, it's family business.
It's
but
hard to be in his
You
shadow.
know why? He's not
It's
my
hard.
shadow. I
It
don't
is.
let him be in my shadow. You know what I do? I push his ass out in front. That's what fathers should do. That's what I do to
Right.
him. Every fucking thing that I need to do, if I feel he can handle it, or at least I need him to learn about it, I push it off to him. I put his ass out in front, and I become standing by him in the shadow. You know?
Yeah, backing me up,
Right.
behind me, you know,
But,
backing me
that's
up.
the way it's
So,
supposed to work, in my opinion. You know, he goes
Right,
out
I
front
agree.
and he takes over and he runs it, but he's got to be qualified, and he is. So if you work for your father or you work for a family member, you got to prove to the family member that you're really serious and you give a damn, and you actually got to show them that you're willing to work harder than they worked. And then they're going to give you the ropes to run, you know, and control shit. All right. Good luck to you. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Thank you. guys. Have a good
all right, Melvin Rodriguez.
Melvin Rodriguez.
Melvin says,
Melvin?
I'm 17 with 50K in the bank.
Oh,
Do you think it's a good idea to get a hard money
I'm gonna
loan at
read the same one
18
again.
and get my first deal?
I don't know if anybody's going to loan you money at 18 or hard money.
He's got 50 grand. I mean,
All right,
that's
well,
20
you don't wanna
down
get
on how
hustled
much?
either. You don't want to get swindled. At 18, I'd be very careful. You know, but if you got 50 grand,
That'll
in
buy
the
you how
bank,
much?
you know,
20%
listen,
down?
when you're 18, you need to worry about this. This is what I would do. How are you going to support yourself for the rest of your life? Make that plan first. All right. Real estate comes normally after you have secured your life with some sort of revenue that's going to cover your ass and protect you. Okay. And pay your rent, pay your food, and blah, 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 blah. All right. Focus on that at 18 and keep stacking every dollar you can. And then once you get strength and you're stable, then regular banks will loan you money. Okay. Or FHA or whatever you got to do. I mean, yeah, you can go get hard money on a deal, you know, once you're 18, and but you better make sure that you're borrowing on a fucking deal that's going to make you money, okay? Because you don't want to get pissed that 50 grand away. So you better be careful and make sure you're putting in the right deal. Because if you don't pay the hard money guy, you're going to lose the fucking property and the 50 grand, and then you're screwed. All right, and it happens all the time. So make sure you're buying the right deal if you do go down that route. But in the meantime, focus on your future. Okay, get yourself stable. Then you worry about doing this and doing that and real estate and Bitcoin and all this other bullshit.
Ben, do you think Florida will be underwater due to global warming?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking geologist.
Hey, listen, the water doesn't seem like it's grown any bigger, and it's still
the
there.
water's there behind my house. I watch
It's
it every day.
go in and
it
out.
comes up the tide and it goes back out. Now, global warming is way above my fucking pay grade. So as long as I'm alive, I'm not worried about it. Plus, I got flood insurance.
So, AB, ask again, or did you star that one and I already asked it? I think you did.
Look what New Orleans.
All
It
right.
rained there. And
So,
it all
Willie
goes away.
Wilson. Willie, I have 5 rental houses I paid for in Ohio myself. Time is taking its toll. Ready to make my next move. What would Ben and Ben Jr. do? He's got 5 houses in Ohio and it's taking his toll. Sell them.
Listen,
What are you going to do? Sell them.
the only way you're going to grow in
Sell
life
'em.
is to have more money, to do more deals. Okay, so either finance them and borrow money from them, or go out and sell them. You need cash. You need a loan. That's how you grow. It's simple. So do it. Just borrow the money or sell a property and move on to bigger and better things. All right.
Great stuff, gentlemen. How much NOI do you need to feel it's a good deal? I tried to purchase in Fort Lauderdale at $185 a door and going to make $300 profit after all expenses, $300, 300,000.
Looks like
I don't know. We put 300 with the 2 periods after all the expenses. Listen, $185 door. I don't know what area it is, what kind of apartments it is, how much it is, how many units it is, but $185 a door, that's market. I mean, that's everybody's paying at least in Fort Lauderdale, could be a lot more. So, I mean, that's pretty cheap in Fort Lauderdale
what
right
you need
now.
to do is you need me to sit down.
Yeah, you need to do a
over the
consult
deal.
with Ben.
Go to benmile.com. Go to consult with Ben. Let me tell you something. 15 goddamn minutes. We'll go through that whole goddamn deal and we'll pick it apart and we'll tell you down to the penny pretty much what the story is and is it a good investment. 185 a door can or cannot be a good deal in this market.
Depends.
It all depends on the rents and the expenses.
The quick thing that I did is, okay, my dad was buying stuff back in the day that was for $50,000 a unit. It was bringing in $600-700 a month in rent. Okay, so now you could buy $100,000 worth of unit if you're bringing in about $1,100 to $1,200 a month in rent. So if you double that, you pay $200,000. You should be getting in $2,300 in rent.
Depends on how many units. Smaller
yes.
properties have less expenses.
Right.
Okay. That's why you got to get me on the phone because every deal is different. If it's a small property, it's got so many expenses.
But that's how we look at a deal quickly.
Big deals.
Yeah, big deals. We look at them quickly and say, all right,
now,
we got tons of more.
Okay, what do you got? What do you got?
All right, Ben, I'm 27 and I'm getting a $40K settlement. Where's the safe place to put it while I keep saving up to buy my first opinion? Opinion on I-bonds. Tax-free bonds, municipal bonds I know about. I mean, I don't know about them, but I know that they pay a tax-free, dividend on your money. So if you buy $100,000, you get 30, you get $3,000 a year on it.
It's a safe place, yeah. 40 grand. Let me tell you something.
Maybe put in a CD for a year or 2.
That's a good idea.
Maybe
you probably get 3% on a CD
right
now.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe put it in a CD for a year or 2.
Go
and just
online,
leave it there.
who's paying the best money for CDs. Check all the banks. It's really not that much money to buy into a bond. I mean,
you just need 10 grand. I heard. The point is, to get a bond,
you're going to get about 4.5%. 4% is going to give you $1,600 a year, I think.
Right.
Which is 4,000. No, I'm sorry, 40,000. 4,000.
Every 10 is only $400.
2,000. It's going to be $1,600 a year.
Right.
Right now, just sticking in the best CD is the best you can till you save up more money. You're ready to move it. It's not that much of a money that's going to make you a whole shitload of money invested.
But don't let it sit in a checking account. At least have it in something that pays you. I mean, I agree, especially if you feel comfortable enough where you don't need it.
Who's paying the most on a 3, 6,
got a
or
caller.
1 year CD?
Caller, how you doing?
Hi, Ben. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Amazing. So this is so funny to be live with you. We watch you guys all the time. You're hilarious.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Be nicer to your son in Fort Lauderdale.
In Fort Lauderdale, not this one, Benson.
I'm nice when he's nice.
Yes. So anyways, I am a real estate agent. I specialize in working in South Florida. I was born and raised there. And we just relocated to Jacksonville area. So we're working both markets. So we specialize in working in probate transactions. A lot of times we're the people that find the deals. So we get the deals off market. We sell them to investors that typically have been flipping them the last 2 years, making ridiculous amount of money. But lately, the last 3 or 4 months, a lot of the investors have been very on the fence, because they're worried about the current state of the market. Yes, the markets are undervalued. They're less than what they're selling for on the MLS. But the last 2 years, you could buy a house, even with the profit, you're literally making money as you're doing the renovation. So what type of margin, I've never actually been through a reduction in my career. Okay. I wasn't in the last, market crash or whatever. What type of percentage would you say is a safe zone to build in for those investors that are looking at these deals.
The problem you face right now is that we are at an all-time low for mortgage applications. Okay, it's a market. People aren't buying homes like they were. People aren't buying homes like they were 6 months ago or 3 months ago. So the problem is you're in a market. The market goes up, the market goes down. Right now the investors, they're going to want to see a nice cushion in there because it's all about sold comps. Let's face it. If you show them the sold comps of what's happening, then that's what the market is. You got to go to them and say, okay, here's the similar comp house that sold for this amount of money. You're proving what the house's value is. That's what you got to do.
It's like a catch-22 right now because, the sellers that we're working with, showing them the comps, we're not feeling so confident that that's going to be what the comps are going to be 6 months from now. So we're really, getting hit from both sides, negotiating the price with the sellers, getting that, say, oh, well, my neighbor sold for this much, and reality is in 6 months, you may sell that for actually less. The comps may be coming down.
Listen, as long as interest rates are going up, the price of real estate is going to go down. It's common, perfect sense. There's nothing we can do about it. It's life. The market goes up, the market goes down. We all been on a nice wagon ride, enjoying it, and now the ride is over. Okay, or it's starting to slow down. So that's the problem. Maybe it's going to pick back up. We don't. It all depends. We don't know. But I know one thing for a fact: ride the interest rates.
Flippers right now. You think it's a time to kind of just, if you're going to buy, look more for like rentals instead of like doing flips right now?
Right now, it's the time to bargain. I don't want to say the wrong word. It's children present. Right now is the time to bargain the heck out of everything you're buying. You need to lowball it. You need to provide that cushion in you of about 10% to 20% extra, and you got to buy them cheap. All right. If the thing ain't moving, or if the person, I don't know, but you got to buy things better because you got to have the risk that they're not worth as much as they used to be.
I mean, if you want a number, just a ballpark, I would say right now, you're going to see right now, there's definitely a 12 to probably 15% correction in the market right now. That's just that's what I've seen. Just because of the interest rates, I've seen a reduction of some properties sell from what they were listed for at about a 12 and even maybe a 15%, difference in price. So, I mean, that's just what it is right now.
I got a call from a broker the other day. I got a call from a broker. I was looking at a
weren't we looking
$70
at that $50
property.
million deal and now it's like 39 or something?
I was looking at a $70 million deal in Fort Lauderdale on the Strip, trophy property, and I knew even back then it ain't worth no $70 million.
Right.
And then now the broker calls me back at $50 million. Okay, because it's all about the numbers and the value.
Price reductions in my email from all the brokers. But just making a very simple math example, right? If you saw all the comps in a neighborhood, let's say we're selling at $400,000 fully renovated. And we present you an opportunity to buy a house that needs a full rehab, kitchens, bathrooms, floors, the full thing.
$100,000.
You feel comfortable purchasing it at. Before, the guys would purchase it at, 300,000, but where would you feel comfortable?
You would buy it at 300,000 and still have to fix it up?
Yeah.
That's risky. How much he fix it? How much he's paying to fix it up?
But moving forward, it's got to be
I just said for me, it would be $150. I mean, if the houses in the area are going for 400 and I know I need to put $100,000 into the house, you just said full remodel, right?
Right.
So I need to put $100,000 into the house. So that puts me at $250. I got to pay commissions and closing costs. That's another $50,000. I want to make at least $100,000. Maybe I won't be so cheap and I'll do maybe $350. I'll sell it for.
Where's the profit?
There's that $50,000 to $100,000. I don't flip houses, but I don't think I would get. For me, I don't like spending more than 30%. If I got to put up, $150,000, then I feel like I should make at least, for me, $50,000.
I don't understand what a profit is, but it's the market. I wish there's some magic wand answer we had, but we just got to buy things cheaper, and that's the whole market has to realize it's time for prices to come down.
But that's when you're putting up pure cash.
Because the market's
not leverage deals. That's what I'm saying. That type of deal, you're putting up pure cash because the bank's not going to loan on it. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hey, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
What do we
What do you
got?
got, Ben?
Lumberjack landlord. I
Lumberjack.
like that
He
one.
rents out
Lumberjack.
log cabins.
Ben, my man, do you think rates growing so fast that commercial debt resets on large multifamily in the next 12 to 18 months? Do you think that? Did you hear what he said?
Kind of.
Okay,
Resets.
Ben, do you think that with rates growing so fast that commercial debt resets on large multifamily? What do you mean resets?
Well, the point
Commercial
is
debt's
not
gonna
about
go back
getting
down?
new loans. I mean, basically, you got two ways of borrowing money. You're going to borrow them against the market. The bank's going to give you, they're going to tack on points against a certain market, whether it's used to be LIBOR, SOFR, the Fed fund rate. There's another one I forgot. There's a bunch of them, whatever that bank's loan against, but most of them
Right.
are all the same. All right. And then, then if rates go up, you're going to be paying more money. Yes, my interest rates have doubled from a few months ago because the feds keep raising the rates. So, now if I want to fix something, forget about it. They're going to give me some crazy big number. I used to be able to fix loans at 3%. But why? Because when I was playing the market, I was only paying 2%. Okay, so I played the market and I felt like I was a smart guy. Then the feds jacked the damn rates up. And, I'm not blaming Biden, but he's the president, so you got to blame somebody. And, now my rates are double, so my cash flow is half. And that's not good. So, yeah, rates are going to go up as long as the feds raise them. That's the way it works. Hopefully they'll stop raising them and maybe we'll start seeing it trickle down a little. That's probably going to be a year from now.
Deli Man, the Popeye symbol. I used to like Popeye. I really like paper.
Man.
I mean, that's like a
He
classic.
lives in a frying pan. He turned on the gas and burned his ass. That's Popeye the Sailor Man.
Oh, you know what we haven't said? That you hit 500,000 subscribers.
We got 500,000.
Hey, 500,000, baby.
But how come only half the people watch the videos? Figure that out. Where the other half at? Where you guys at? You subscribed and you went to hell to Kansas somewhere where they ain't got no internet? All right.
I don't know.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's why we're going to have a party at that 10th and 11th show.
Yeah, 500,000 subscriber party.
Little Ben's going to do a dance. What else you got?
In my pants. Hello, Ben and Ben. I have inherited a property free and clear in Tampa. I also have $80K saved as well. The property is the one I will own. What can I do to grow from here? Thank you for any advice.
Well, Tampa,
80K? Wait, you inherit? How much is the property
if you got a
worth?
house that's totally paid for, you can go get a loan against
He
it.
didn't say what type of property.
Whatever. It's a house. He said he will
Inherited a property.
Oh,
I don't know if
property.
it's a duplex.
try to
Anyway,
borrow against the property.
is it an
All right.
income property? It's hard to, if you really want to know more, you really need to get my dad on a consult with Ben. You do a consult with Ben, you get him on for 15 minutes, you explain it to him for 5, he'll tell you what to do on the last 10, and you'll have your answer. I mean,
Very
I do
good.
it every day. I call you
I
every
know.
single
I'm gonna
day.
Send you a goddamn
I
bill.
call you every single day, and I do a 20-minute,
How many
or whatever.
times- There are days where you've called me 20 times.
Well,
That's fine. It's running a
I got to
business.
make sure.
All right, so
People call me.
basically, it's all about having money to go out and make money. If you can tap into the equity in that house that somebody left it and go try to get a loan on it. Get a loan, stack all the money you can together, keep some for reserve, don't spend it all, and find the best deal you can. Tampa, where's a good place to go to Tampa to look for a deal? Anywhere now.
I mean,
Now's the time
North
to
Tampa's
lowball.
getting, right where my,
Go
up
to the
above
areas
75.
that haven't boomed yet.
Still nice, and then it's kind of like right there by the river, I guess.
Down by the
maybe
river.
I don't know. The area is getting better by the river of Hillsborough River, so it's getting better.
I haven't found any bodies in it lately.
Not lately.
All right, what else you got?
I live in subsidized housing in Illinois. They take 30% of the gross after bills. I don't have much to save for a down payment, and tips to get into real estate. Any tips is what they probably wanted to write to get into real estate.
Well, there's some programs that, you can go online to HUD, okay, the government, and they have programs that you might qualify for home ownership. I mean, believe it or not, Ben called me not too long ago. We had a property that it wasn't subsidized, but it was affordable housing.
Right.
And when the tenant moved out,
right.
we had restrictions that said we had to give them a certain amount of their rent back to buy a house if they could prove that they're buying a house. Correct?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's that.
You get like 5% back.
All right, but that was that situation
Of your rent.
You need to try to do whatever you can to one day be able to get qualified for an FHA loan with 3.5% down. You got to save the money. And in the meantime, see if there's any first home buyer programs. It's all about qualifying. They're only going to loan you money to buy a property The problem is you can't use that subsidy for your own property. That ain't going to happen.
Right.
The
Yeah.
government ain't going to just pay your rent, your mortgage. So, as long as you're on subsidized housing, that's fine. You should be trying to, hopefully, I know it's hard. You got to make more money. You got to do whatever you can. Find a first-time home buyer program. Try to qualify for whatever dollar amount you qualify for and buy a property within that dollar amount. Good luck. You can do it. You can. I've done it. I've seen people do it.
Got a caller. Josh.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
How are you? How are you?
Doing awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, quick shout out to Rafal. He's a fucking genius. I've been watching you guys.
Yeah, right. He definitely paid him to come on.
He's a gene ass.
He is. I'm in media. I'm in a bunch of entrepreneurial shit, and I know how hard that shit is. And
Why don't you help him? Why don't you contact him and offer him some assistance? He's
I
a
wish
one-man
I-
for the show.
this, right? Hey, but
He needs
I got
help.
a couple things for you fellas. So I come from a home where my father is kind of a big shot like Ben Sr. And so I've been learning from him ever since I was a kid, and it's sort of in my blood to be an entrepreneur. And obviously it helps me to see you guys and your dynamics and how you work. But one of the questions I had was, because I'm 24, I just graduated 2 years ago. I started an e-commerce business, and we also do a bunch with real estate. Just bought a farm. We refurbished 300,000 square foot mill buildings and shit like that. And my question is this: obviously, your on paper shit is genius. Like when you break it down simply, like my dad would do on a whiteboard and has my whole life. But how do you deal with the fucking heat when shit goes south, or even if it doesn't, when you just have that kind of those big stacks of cash on different things? How are you managing the emotional and the mental side of the game?
What went south? What did you do wrong? I mean,
No,
what
he
happened?
didn't do
What
that. He
happened?
said, "How do you handle it in 08? What did you do? How did you handle when it went south? What did you do in 08?" Basically, that's what he's asking. How did you
like
accomplish
mentally?
what
You got
happened?
kids, you got a house, you got all
leverage. The bank were saying this.
dealing with it.
I mean, you
Stress.
deal with whatever problems you got in life, you have to deal with. You have to find a logical, sensible way of handling them. Luckily, in 2008, we got out of our big portfolio. Well, we're going to get out to like 2010. I
10.
think.
That's what I'm saying.
But
But
we
what
had the
happened?
guy tied up. I don't know. In 2008, it hurt, but we bought stuff so right that we weren't underwater. Our head was still a little bit above water. Was it way above water? No. But when the market turned to shit, we weren't over leveraged, and we had enough cash to protect our ass. You were in Texas,
right?
And we were just basically right above the water, and we got out with our pants still on, luckily. And that fire didn't hurt either.
What's working is the mentality is like,
I mean, you got to deal with shit. You're in
Yeah.
the game, but the most important thing is if you always have money to protect yourself, if shit hits the fan, then you have nothing to worry about. You're going to go up, you're going to go down in life. That's part of life. Okay. But that's why it's really important to always have those assets, those liquid assets sitting there in a stock account or money or whatever that's there to fall back on. It's insurance to fall back on. God forbid the shit is the fan. As long as you got that, you just do the best you can. That's all you can do.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I'll tell you what, when we watch you guys' shit each week, like I'll tell you, for me especially with the new e-commerce brand, I had last year the shipping rates hit us, and I started out at $5,000 a container, and it went up to $25,000, and it was like the biggest kick in the balls ever. Half my staff like basically left, and that was me coming out of school and trying to start this project.
Hey, listen. We had bids to buy furniture. Okay, and when we buy furniture, we're buying it for 250 rooms at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, the shipping costs, especially from across the country, across the world, the shipping costs have totally driven the price of what it cost us to refurbish a hotel now to like double what we used to pay. So everybody's getting hit. That's life. There's nothing we can do about it. You just have to buckle up and do the best you can to keep trying to push ahead and make money and wait for things to turn back to the good times. That's it, but there's also good when shit hits a fan, that's the time to make money. When the stocks are down, that's the time to get in. When you see Apple at 150, to me, that was the time I should have got in. It was a safe place. When you see, when the shit hits the fan, you can buy real estate for 50 cents on the dollar. That's the time to get in. The bad times, in reality, if you got the money, are the good times.
Monopoly.
I love the bad times. I was pissed because today the stock market was down. My brokers called me. Get in there. You buy, double down on some of the shit your bad positions in. I can't. I'm in a fucking car with little Ben, and I couldn't do it on my phone. The bad days are the
Why
good
didn't
days.
he do it for you?
because then I got to pay him, and it gets all
Oh.
complicated. Shit I did on my own, blah 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 blah. Anyway, the bad days are really the big fat rich guy's good days. All right, I'm sorry. That's the way I look at it.
Warren Buffett says that shit all the time. I mean, he's always on there saying that he buys when it goes down.
That's what you got to do.
I mean,
buy low, sell high.
Buy low, sell high. That's
All
it.
right. Well, good luck and
Hey,
thanks for the
thank
call.
you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you, Josh.
it.
We appreciate it.
All right, go cut some wood in that mill.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Peace. Bye.
Thank you, Patricia Velez. Yeah, Velez. For the $30. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Rafal's
much.
having crab cakes tonight.
Tomorrow.
Me and my boys got reservations at Cracker Barrel in Venice.
Yeehaw! They got a Cracker Barrel business? I guess
Yeah,
they're
you know.
everywhere on the freeway.
You think
I love
HELOCs are going to
Cracker Barrel.
crash real estate or make debt slaves?
What do you say?
HELOCs is going to crash real estate. Everybody taking their money out of their house because what's happening, basically what they're saying is everybody's house is appreciated with value right now, right? So they're going to the bank and they're taking $100,000 out. And then when it goes back down, is it going to make debt slaves or is
Listen,
it going
as long
to
as you can afford
in-house
the
the market?
payment, and what did you do with the HELOC money? All right?
Right.
There's a whole story behind everything. What did you do with the HELOC money? You're supposed to put it to work for you to make more money. And can you afford the payment the HELOC is now tacked on to your mortgage? You know, but the point is, if you use up all your equity in your house, who gives a fuck? As long as you make the payment and you put that money to work in something smart, that's what it's for. Interest rates are going up, so HELOCs are going to be higher interest rates.
Long as
and
basically the story
values
is
are coming down.
make sure you can make your payment on your house. Don't ever put yourself in a position where you can't make your
Listen,
payment on
if you're
your
gonna fuck, if you're gonna
house.
go out and borrow goddamn money, you better have a plan
Right.
to utilize that money to make you more money. All right. There's no reason to borrow money unless you got a reason to do something with it that makes sense. And it's more money than the bank's paying charging you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Make money on the spread.
Make money.
On the spread.
You'll make money.
Derek Roos. Ben, run these numbers for me and tell me if I'm made a good, bad, or ugly deal. Southern Indiana. 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with 3-car detached garage, no money down, private financing of 115 on 30 years of 115 on 30 years at 8%. Of 115,000 on a 3-bedroom. Is that what it is? 100 private financing of 115.
I mean,
115%. What is it?
Listen, if you're gonna,
Fuck it, you got your house. I
if
mean,
you can't do any better. All right. If you can't go to a bank and cut that payment at least in half, then I don't know. It depends on your credit. You know, now if you can get in that house, you know, and then later on get the interest rate down. If that's the only way you're going to get into real estate with no money down.
I mean, you did loans higher than 8%, right? What was
Yeah.
your first loan? How many percent?
I don't remember. It was in the 7s, but things were a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Anyway, 115,000 ain't a lot of money. I don't know the situation. Are you living in this house? Are you going to rent it out? Did you try going FHA? Do you have the 3.5% down? I mean, if you get no money down, yeah, you're going to pay more interest rate. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
You put no money down, you got no risk. You know, you ain't got no skin in the game. You know, but can you get it in and no money down because you have to right now? It's a good thing. And then later on, refinance, pay off the hard money, and get your interest rate cut down. That's what you do. If that's the only way you get your foot in the door. Good luck to you. But, you know, if it's a place for you to live and you can afford the payment, then God bless you.
AB. Again, thank you, AB, for all the donations. Ben Jr., how did you first help your father when you first started working with him? What did you do to show him that you can handle the business and make money as well? What skills would you say helped?
Shit, he was about.
All right, so
I started
I tell
working
you
him
what,
at 10.
I tell you, I was started working doing landscaping or sheetrock or texturing or painting. So just the fact that I didn't bitch to him probably and say, Dad, I don't want to do this. Because I didn't do that, he probably would have kicked my ass anyway and made me do it.
Made you
but
feel like a man.
it made me feel.
You
Yeah,
were
it did
working
make
with
me feel
men.
I was working with men. I was leaving
depending
you
on
right.
you.
Exactly.
You were helping me.
But I tell you what,
well, earning your stripes
for me, because I was really into computers in California and we were in Silicon Valley. I mean, all this area that we were in was all computers. So I had a really good computer teacher all throughout my whole life. They taught you computers. So I was really into it. So when I think helped us the most was my ability to get into the computer and organize all the information that we had with rentals and 3-day notices and people paying and who's doing work orders and, you know, running the books. And so I really got into the computer and said, we're going to organize this whole company by
We automated
computerizing
our
it.
business.
You know, computerizing.
I used to walk around with a fucking black book
I remember the book.
And a fucking
I
pencil
remember,
because I
and I used to
constantly had to
say,
make changes in
why
it.
are we doing this?
Walk apartment by apartment by apartment with a book, knocking on doors, collecting rents.
That was my
You
major
get a
contribution.
You get a little thing put on the desk of the manager, and people swipe their cards now.
Right.
Everything goes in the computer system.
Or we take it out of their account monthly.
There you go.
You know,
so he's brought a lot to the company.
that's just the
and he
thing that
also,
I think.
he was a
Technology.
younger
My generation was the technology generation,
and it cut our workload
in half. Right. So my generation was technology generation.
I used to write receipts out. It was duplicates and shit. You remember all the big boards? And all
Yes,
that
the
crap?
books. Yeah, honestly, we still keep the receipt books because people just like to have that piece of
Give me a
paper.
receipt.
You know what I mean? They like
I
to have
don't
it.
trust you. Give me
And
a
honestly,
receipt.
it takes longer for my guys, my people, my team to type it in the computer, post the rent, print out the receipt, than just to here you go.
All right.
So I still use rent receipt books.
What else you got?
All right. Ben Maller for president. Otra vez.
Okay, senor.
All right. Ben Maller for president. All right. In this life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. These things don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two. All right. Thank you for that word of advice. We
Thank you.
appreciate that, David.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Patricia Velez again. I'm thinking about buying a duplex. After 20% down payment for the duplex, the rent will pay the mortgage payment, but no extra cash after paying the monthly mortgage. Ugh.
So you're working for free. You
Is
own
this
the real
duplex
estate
worth
for
buying?
free. Now, if
Is
you're
it gonna
buying down
appreciate?
are you buying down the principal in
Right.
that payment? That's a good way of putting money away and stacking money away because you're building up equity.
Right.
If it's principal payments involved, you are making money. You're just not putting it in your pocket. You're putting it in the property. I mean, if you feel good about that, I typically don't like doing deals like that because it's like a long-term plan. Okay, the property's going to pay for itself, which is true in 30 years, and that's fine. But I ain't going to sit around waiting for that goddamn property to pay me to be worth all that money in 30 years. I ain't got 30 years, so I look for cash flow. If I'm going to invest money in the property, I want money every goddamn month in my pocket as a return on that investment. That's me. But, whatever works for you. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it because if you're happy with that, that's fine. But typically, it sounds like the deal ain't sweet enough. You need to make something. Most people buy properties,
Right.
duplexes, living for free,
Right.
because the rent's paying the damn mortgage and everything on them.
Elena, thank you for the $5. We really appreciate it. Joseph Luna, thank you for the 22222. It's like good luck or something. It's like, I don't know.
I'll take it.
We appreciate it.
I'm sick of Pollock crying. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta buy this equipment. I need this.
Soon
I
there'll
need
be
that.
mortgage to pay.
Oh,
he wants to be American.
Mortgage.
Insurance,
I come
tax.
to
Hey,
America.
if he
I live
can't
the
buy a
dream.
freaking property, nobody can. Okay, he listens to you more than
He's
anybody,
not qualified.
and then
for
he's
FHA.
got to edit you and listen to your
But
voice over and over.
he's
I
not
don't.
out-
I don't.
I got, I got to hold his hand and go out and help him fucking find something.
No, I'm looking. I
guess.
have an agent. I get my
He's got an
agent.
Hey,
Sucks.
the minimum is
Ben.
350.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying
The
that
sauce.
minimum is $350,000 for a fixer operator.
Call BenMallard.com and get me on
And
the
get a
phone.
consult with Ben.
And get a consult with Ben, and let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
other than that,
for you, I'll even throw in a drive-by for you. How about that?
Ben, the sauce says, Ben, just want to say hello from the north side of Long Beach, Cali. And when will you guys come visit and meet and greet your West Coast viewers?
I
Oh,
will
shit.
not enter California.
I was supposed to call
unless I'm under a court
my friend's
order.
mom and tell her happy birthday. I'm in trouble. Happy birthday, Alice. Sorry.
She's in California.
Hey, yes.
Yeah, but not in
Sorry.
Long Beach. No. She's in Alameda Beach.
Happy birthday, Ma. That's like my second month.
Hey, I'm not
Oh, I
coming to
gotta call
Cali.
this shit.
You come on down the 10th and the 11th to Fort Lauderdale and stay in the Sheridan Suites, and you come hang out with us. That's what you need to do. You got 2 weeks to do it. Book your flight now. Book your room. Get your ticket, and I'll be looking for you, Cali, Long Beach.
Whoa.
Long Beach. I'll even play the Snoop song, California.
California.
No doubt about
Oh,
it.
California. No doubt about it.
California. No
Doubt about it. In the city of
Long
Compton.
Beach. All right. What else you got?
All right. 5KR is $5. So I'm a cheapskate. Thank you, cheapskate. Oh,
What
you want to
else?
see the picture?
What else you got?
All right.
Anybody want any questions? I like
What
to
do I
help
need to
people.
do to work for you? A superintendent.
Okay, John's passed. They're hiring for cleaning right now. Over
Super
there.
sticker.
Superintendent's cleaning, right? No, if you want to be a big shot superintendent. I'm
You
the
want to be a superintendent?
I'm the man that tells everybody else what to do. Superintendents, all you do is hire other people.
Where in
to
New
do
York?
shit.
Where are you going to buy anything in New York for 250K?
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Ding, 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 ding.
Where are you going to buy in New York for 250K?
It's in New York City.
Yeah, NYC, the best place to buy for 250K. I don't even know. I don't even think you could get a lease.
Far Rockaway, maybe.
I don't think you get a lease for 250K.
Far Rockaway. All right, listen,
All
I'm going
right,
to tell everybody
next
out
one.
there. Wait, I went on 10X and I saw, it looked interesting to me. I'm not going to buy it, but maybe somebody out there wants to buy it. Go on 10X. They're going to have an auction on a condo on Park Avenue, baby, right in the heart of Park Avenue, New York. The starting bid is $350,000. I don't know how far it's going to go. There's a catch to it. I did the homework for you. The catch is, thank you, sweetheart. The catch is, it's one of those fronts of the fancy condo buildings. And in the fronts, you can't have people living like that. I mean, you can, but in those days, the rich people I don't want anybody living around the street in my building and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it has to be a medical type facility. But I looked at the video, and I mean, if they sell that thing, it's got to be worth a fortune. It can't be residential, but it's right there in a fancy building park. If you go on 10X, look it up if you're in New York City. But I don't think you can get it. The lowest bid is $350. It starts at. It's probably going to go to who knows, whatever the comps are. New York City, you're screwed. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Go to Far Rockaway, maybe find a shitbox bungalow or something. I'm sorry. Or maybe you can buy a shitty piece of land and get a modular dud put on it and do Far Rockaway. But I don't know New York.
New York City?
I won't go to New York, and I ain't go to California.
Yeah.
All right. Those states are off my list. Been there, done that. See you later.
Joseph Luna. I own 2 properties in SoCal, which is Southern California, for everybody who doesn't know that.
Yeah, SoCal.
Also, I have $700K in savings. What do you think the best move is to make next with the cash? Low risk. Thanks.
Well, if you want to stick to real estate, stick to real estate. But you could do, you could put it in muni bonds and it's going to get you 4% on your money or 4.5% right now, tax free, which is like 6.5 or 7, or if you're in California, 8 probably. And then you can borrow against it up to 80 and 90% at a very low rate if you ever do want to go out, but at least the money's sitting there making money tax free. Okay. Or go out and find a deal. $700,000 will get you about a $3 million plus deal. All right. Go out and find a $3 million, but I don't think you want to pull your money on it. So, go out there, find a deal, part with how much money you want to part with. 20% of every million's $200,000.
Another
there
caller.
you go. Spend $200,000 on $1 million property or $400,000 on a $2 million. This number is no longer in service. Please hang up and try your call again.
I used to get the one. Hello?
Hey, Ali.
No good. No good. You need no phone. You need no phone. You have Android. You get Apple. Hello? All right. Anybody
Hey, it's
else
better
involved?
getting that number like that is better than what happened to me. I used to go to the clubs and get girls' number. You call the number, and then the
Bubba would
phone
answer.
they get the number. This we're sorry. The number you've been given to is because the girl you were talking to did not want to talk to you.
But she wanted to get rid of you since she gave,
So
you
she
his
gave
number.
me a number anyway.
Yeah. And he kept them all. That's the part I don't understand. He had a black book full of numbers that go nowhere. Okay. That was his love life when he was a teenager.
All right, super chats. I own 2 property. Oh, we did that one. Okay,
I had
hold
a
on.
hot tea. Bring me a hot tea.
Hi, Ben. What do you do if you are looking for a primary house in this market? Also, do you think about jumbo loans when we are in Miami? Do you think about jumbo loans? We are in Miami.
Everything's a jumbo loan, Miami.
I don't-
Miami's very expensive.
The primary
But-
house compared to what he would be looking for.
Well, no, the
I don't
point
know.
is, if you're looking for a primary house right now, all right, now's the time to look for the ones you like in your price range that have been sitting on the market. If they're sitting there over 30, 45, 60 days, then they ain't moving. All right, now's the time to get in there and try to buy them at the right price. Play the game. And if you ain't got an agent that's willing to play the game, then you ain't got the right agent. Okay, now's the time to play the game. All right, if it ain't moving, find out what their rock bottom is. Okay, get in there and look up what they paid for it. You look it up and say, "Oh shit, this person bought this house a friggin' a year or 2 ago,
Right, and they're making
for $1 million. Now they want $2 million." All right, those people are kind of greedy. You got to bring them down to earth. So go in there and lowball, baby, lowball. That's how you get the good deal. That's how you find out the seller's rock bottom. It happens to me every day. People lowball the shit out of me every day. We play the game.
That's it. Lowball it. Lowball it. Thank you.
Super chat.
We got mom. Okay. Currently choosing a career in Southwest engineering or real estate. I have the money, but what do you think is more worth it in the long run in the next 20 years? SW engineering. What's that, Rafal?
Does he mean Southwest or does he mean some
I
kind
don't
of
know.
engineering?
I don't know. Some software engineering, maybe software
You
engineering.
didn't know that, Mr. Ahmed.
Hell no, I wasn't. That's
I'm
not
into
software.
computers,
I mean,
but I don't even know what SW
SW. The whole world abbreviates everything now. Okay,
software. That's been abbreviated.
JKLOL OMG. Like, no, I don't know all the damn abbreviations. I'm sorry. I can't keep up
All right,
with the world.
Felicia. I have money, but I want to think what is more worth.
He wants to know: is it better being a software engineer or going into real estate?
Listen,
depends. Where's your passion?
Listen, if you have an education and credentials to be in software engineering, and you invested the time and money to learn it, then you should do it. All right, and then keep that nice fat salary, paying all your bills, and giving you the lifestyle that you hopefully can enjoy, and then do real estate on the side. Do both. People always say, should I do this or should I do that? Do them both. Then you'll be twice ahead of the game, you know, if you can. Otherwise, real estate is strictly about having the ability to find deals that have value add to them. That's what real estate's all about. If you got access to find those deals and you got the money to buy the deals, then do them. But if you're a software engineer and you have that kind of intelligence and abilities, then I would have them both. You know, that's
Do
what I would
both,
do.
of
Do
course.
both. Or you could be like Ben. You know what his new real estate business is?
Oh my God! Don't.
He got 10 computers sitting in a
15.
room. 15
15
now?
It's 15.
That guy fucking took you to the cleanest.
15 miners.
He took over my office space.
I didn't take over your office space. I took over a back boiler room.
It's office space.
It's not office
I
space.
got
It's
the
a back
janitor's
boiler
office
room.
there. The janitor could have
It's in the
office there.
boiler room.
Anyway, I want to go see it.
Anytime. I put it in the
boiler.
boiler room.
Yeah, it's too hot for computers.
There's
above.
ACs in the boiler room.
What? All right, so he's got 15 computers sitting in my boiler room, and what are you doing anyway?
I'm mining Bitcoin.
Oh
like, what the
my
hell?
God.
Like, I might mine Ethereum. I might mine something. I'm mining. Like, what does it matter? I
wish
ran the
he'd mind
numbers.
his own business.
I ran the numbers. If my computers last without burning up for a year and a half, okay, then I will make all my money back. If they don't last, then I'll sell the video cards out of them if they don't burn up. And if they do burn up.
What was the reason why the guy sold it to you and conned you into this whole scheme? What was
because,
the reason?
Okay, the reason
What
is
made
because
him
when
not
he
make
does
money?
it, okay,
Besides
he
the
has to
election.
pay a residential rate.
But
okay.
What about the point that Bitcoin went down?
So what?
And that affects how much money
But
you make.
I can reverse. I can make a difference because my power
You
bill
want to mine?
is
I'm going to go
half
find you a
the
metal
power.
detector. Go out on the fucking
Half
beach and start
the
mining.
power, okay? Where he was paying 28 cents a kilowatt for power, we only pay 13 cents a kilowatt for power.
Go buy a building and fill it
okay?
up with computers, and you become the biggest miner in town. You'll be Benny the Miner.
I just test in theory.
Listen, you want to play the
know?
minors? I'm in the fucking majors. Okay, that's where your ass
I
belongs.
knew you were gonna fuck me with that one. Boy. You've been
You want to be a miner?
You've been thinking
I'm
about
in the
that one,
fucking
haven't
majors. Okay.
I know, but it took me no time. It took absolutely
It's a
no
hobby to
effort.
you. It's
a
a
hobby.
hobby. No, I
I
did it.
play
I
with
still
toys.
I can
I
do
also
it.
built a racing simulator recently. Okay, that's a hobby. Cost me almost just as much as these fucking miners.
Enjoy your life.
Okay,
boy.
so
What else we got?
all right. I got 15 acres in Noble County, Ohio,
Yeah, what the fuck
with
in
no
Ohio?
buildings. We were just talking about doing this. Just trailers. Can I borrow against the land?
What do you mean just
Well,
trailers?
we were just-
Is it a trailer park?
I don't know.
Listen, the bank.
But we were just talking about, okay, what we were saying you do is you take that land and put mobile homes on them and rent them out and make like a whole community. You got 15 acres. You could make a
I
whole,
mean, you need to know what the development rights are.
right.
All right. You need to find somebody that can tell you.
But you
what
could definitely
can-
borrow
what can I
against
do
the
with
land, I
property?
would think,
Can I
right?
cut it up? Can I sell it off? Can I put multifamily there? Can I put mobile homes there? Every piece of land in this country has a zoning. You can only do what they will let you
Can
do.
you borrow against the
You
land?
can borrow against anything
Right.
if you're credit worthy and have. If the bank wants, the banks will loan on land, but they're gonna want to see you have some kind of plan for the land. Okay, they'll even loan you the money to build on it or buy trailers on it. If you're a good credit-worthy person, you got some money in the bank, you're a safe bet, and they're not loaning you that much against the land. Anything's possible. It has a value. How much they'll loan you, I don't know. But either you need to find out what's the most your options are for that land. What is it zoned for? How many acres can you put per house or quarter of acres? Find out what the entitlements are. The entitlements determine the value. All right, get me on the phone if you want to talk more about it. What else you got?
We got some more stuff. Super chats are, we'll ask your question and whatever you put on there. If it's a super chat, we'll answer your question. So there's no set fee. We'll every super chat will come up.
My sons go to private school. I did terrible.
What are you reading? Okay, wait. Here, which one is he doing? Why is he skipping so far?
I don't know. Where are you at? I'm just looking at the screen.
All right, give me 1 second. We're there. There you go.
Read it.
When getting loans from a financial institute, should I put myself as a personal guarantee?
Listen, there's two ways of borrowing money, okay? Recourse, full recourse. It could be a partial recourse, so there's three. Or there's no recourse, okay? If it's no recourse, you're going to have different terms. You have different rates. I mean, it's up to you. I personally guarantee every loan I take. And not only that, I tie up a lot of other shit and people too. But the point is, it's about the terms. If you personally guarantee a loan, typically you're going to get better terms because you're saying, listen, if anything happens, I'm personally guaranteeing it. You come after me. All right. If you don't want that kind of risk, you might have some partial guarantees where you're only liable for so much of the loan. Or you can have no recourse, which is very common, especially on Wall Street. What do you call those type loans? Remember?
Full non-recourse loans. Which ones? Fannie, Freddie, CMBD.
Yeah, exactly.
They're agency debt.
Agency debt. He's smart. Agency debt. All right. If you go agency debt, there's no recourse. So if things go belly up, you walk away and say adios amigos, and you deposit whatever down payment is out the window. So it's up to you, whatever works for you. But I like full recourse, personally guarantee it. Because if I'm going to get involved with it and I'm going to put my name on it, I'm backing it up and I'm going to work it. What else you got?
Little Ben and Ben, would you join the board, he wanted to say, of my net lease REIT? No.
I don't join boards. Only the Monopoly board. But thanks for the offer. I appreciate it.
The only board I sit on is my HOA. All right. Only Fanibus.
What? Okay. Read it.
Only board I sit on is my Only Fanibus. That's the name. Only Fanibus. It's like cannabis, but Fanibus.
All right. Read it.
I just, Ben, how can you and I quit smoking cigarettes? I got all the weed in SoCal, but can't switch permanently. LOL. Love you guys.
Listen,
I don't know.
Cigarettes,
it's got the nicotine. It's very addicting. It's not.
I need it. I need it. I'm an addict. I mean, I don't know. You can try. I mean, I never really tried to quit smoking, unless I'm sick, then I won't smoke. So basically, I don't want to be sick. That's the only way I know. If you don't want to smoke cigarettes, go get sick.
All right, Ben, sorry. Can you Venmo me 10K, please? I get like random people asking me.
I don't know money.
We'll tell you guys.
Money.
Listen, I know it's kind of late in the podcast. We should have said it in the beginning, but we never ask you for anything. We don't accept Bitcoin.
You're accepting super chats to pay the Pollock.
But we didn't ask for it. Okay, there's people out there making fake accounts that look like my father asking you guys for money. We don't ask for you for Bitcoin. I only mine Bitcoin. I don't need yours.
The only person that collects money is Rafal. And
that's it. And it goes through benmallet.com or official website of YouTube. Doesn't go through any other channels. We don't have any other stuff. benmallet.com or YouTube. Or most recently, we are using what's the Ticketmaster place that we're using right now to sell the tickets? That's Eventbrite. Eventbrite. So we are on Eventbrite. That's to buy the tickets. But other than that, we don't
take money. We don't sell no courses. We ain't doing shit. Listen to the benmallet.com website. All right, if it ain't through there, don't give nobody nothing.
Elite Trade Club for fire stock picks. I don't know any Elite Trade Club. All I know is that Kramer that comes on every morning. He's got a trading club now. I like the Kramer's Club. I can't recommend anything.
It's great if you catch it on a down day. Simple as that. You catch it on a down day like today, and you pick the right stocks and companies they ain't going nowhere, and you can make money. But I ain't got time to sit in a fucking office all day playing with the stock market.
Ben, do your sons go to private school? I did terrible in school, but I have 20 Airbnbs now I own. Any tips for raising my soon-to-be 2-year-old?
I mean, it depends where you live.
Right.
If you live in a really nice neighborhood and you're paying high taxes, typically the schools are really good. A lot of times there are places where the public schools can be better than the private schools. It all depends on what your options are. Okay. My wife and me, she made me go to about 10 schools before she picked the school for our kids. She looked at the public schools. She wasn't impressed with it. So then we looked at all the private schools. Not all private schools are good either. You got to pick and choose them, just like you're going to do the public ones. So it's all about what your options are. Go find out what your options are and make the best decision. But, private school is nice. But like I said, it's all about the school.
We got a caller.
We have a caller.
Tell you, for me, I love private school. Once I got out of public schools in Oakland, California, I felt like I could really learn. So for me, it was the only.
Get beat up.
Yeah, that was basically it too.
So we have a caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ben.
Yes. How
It
are
wasn't
you?
BS.
What's up?
I just have a few questions.
A few. Hurry up. We got
Only two.
All right, come on, let's go.
So, like my parents recently, they bought a building, and I want to help them. Like, I want to work with them. And I know you have a few sons, and they work with you. I want what I can do to help them. There's a few empty rooms in the building.
Rent them.
To help them.
All right, what kind of rooms are they? Residential places people can live and eat and sleep and all that, or what?
Yeah, it's like
apartments. All right, get them rented, make them fix.
Listen,
Are they ready to go?
Put it out there online. Do what you can. Put it out there. Advertise it. Put it out to show it. Find a tenant to rent it, and then make sure that you kind of qualify that person too. You don't want to send somebody your parents' way that's a schlemiel.
I mean, you want to get involved, get the place rented. If they're not doing it, help them do it.
Is the place painted?
Is
it clean?
Yes.
It's all done and made ready, right? There's no physical work you can do to help
them, right? Are you marketing
it?
Is it on forrent.com? Is it on Craigslist? I mean, where do you market it at? Put it on the market, interview the tenants, pull the applications. Who's doing all that? Who's
Hand
leasing
out
them out?
flyers,
Who's
go to other buildings.
Who's responsible for leasing them out right now?
I think there's a manager, a property manager.
Well, then find out why those things are empty. And see
Yeah,
if
but
there's anything you can do.
That's
to get
easy
them
for
rented.
you because now if there's a property manager, now you just got to drum up clientele to bring to the property
Right.
manager.
Make the property manager find the tenants. It's their
He's a
freaking
young
job.
kid. He's trying to do something to
How
help
old
his
are you?
family.
How old are you?
I'm almost 14.
Oh, you're 14. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were 14.
You can't tell.
But anyway, the point is this: talk to your parents and say, "Listen, these places are empty.
Sounds like
We
the
need
guy
to
I played
rent
video
it."
games with.
Okay.
Tell your parents
Also-
to talk to the manager and find out how long these things are going to stay empty. Do they have anybody to fill them? It's all about the money coming in.
Okay, yes. I also have one more question. What do you think I can start up now at 14 for the future?
Is there anything you can do to help your
Try to
parents?
get an internship if you want to learn real estate.
14?
I mean, I don't know. At 15 years old, you can start working. Maybe he can go work for somewhere. But his parents are already in
Is
the
there
business.
anything
You just
can
need to
do?
learn what they're doing
Is there anything you can do to help your parents in
or
real
work for the
estate?
management company.
$500 with
All right.
IGH.
Yeah,
Man,
thank
we
you.
love that.
All
guy.
right, good luck. But help your parents any way you can. And by helping your parents, you're helping yourself, you're helping the family. Try to ask them, ask your parents, is there anything we can do to fix this place up? Is there anything to get it rented quicker? It's all about the money
Okay.
coming in. All right, good luck to you and keep
All right,
being a
thank you.
good
Makes
son. IGH.
Wait, he's not. We're not
500.
there
I don't
yet.
care.
All right,
500
right
bucks.
away, right away.
That pays
Fuck
half
yeah.
his rent.
Oh, I was putting it up.
IGH is our number
IGH,
one
we love that
viewer.
guy. We
Number
thank
one.
you. We appreciate it.
number
We will
one.
see you at the
number one.
event.
I hope he's going to be at the
He
event.
is. He says, see y'all at the
Oh,
live
hell yeah.
event.
Hell yeah.
We
I can't
appreciate it.
wait.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, IGH.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to seeing you.
He put right to the top. He went on value on that one, boy.
Have 2 bottles of water sent to us.
Yes, sir. Right away. Should I buy Bitcoin? I can't tell you what to do. You do what you want. Okay. But I honestly, if you really want my personal opinion about it, Bitcoin's going to go down even more. And I'm just doing this mining thing because every time I said Bitcoin was going to go down more, it fucking went up. Okay. So I'm doing the exact opposite of what I really think is going to happen. I really think Bitcoin's going to go down, but I'm doing the exact opposite because I've never done that. So I'm trying it.
I can't help you.
I don't suggest you buy Bitcoin, especially
want
unless
a
you
bit
have
of coin.
a
I
giant
want a lot of
portfolio
coin.
where you can diversify, that little bit towards it. If that's what you want to do, that's your choice. But we don't give financial advice.
I think it should
Simple
be
as that.
diversified. If you
How
want to
about
talk
the
about
interest rates? When are we going into a recession? We're already in a recession. Primary home, buy now, buy later. I'm not buying a primary house right now because I have a house, but I'm saying I'm not selling mine and then going out and buying another one because I don't think you're going to find a good deal right now. I like to buy when the market's down so that when I move in, that my house will appreciate as I live in it, and then I can sell it. And so I know it's hard to sell my house when the market's down, but I usually buy right. So I think we're already in a recession.
When you go into Publix and $1.50 no frills bread is now
$3.
$4.50,
Yeah,
$4.50, you're in a recession.
Yeah.
The point is, interest rates are up. They're going up. They're going to keep going up. They tell you ahead of time, and we're going to raise the rates another 0.5 point next month. Okay, that's what I heard from my broker yesterday.
That's what I heard.
So basically, the price of real estate should come down. But it hasn't yet because I don't know, so much money in the market, but it's going to come down. It has to. And what you do is you need to bring it down by lowballing offers. Make a low offer to where it's at a price that you feel good and you got value in the house. So, but interest rates going up. So play the game. That's all you can do. It's a roller coaster ride. Hold on and ride, baby.
Did you promise anything when we hit 500,000 subscribers?
I don't recall. Did
I promise anything?
I don't recall. You're going to do a dance.
Anybody remember me promising anything? Okay, but we did hit 500,000 subscribers. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it.
I'll go back in the footage and find out if Ben any promises you ain't going to keep. All right, what else
Wouldn't be
you got?
the first time. Do you guys put each property in a different LLC?
Yes.
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 Always. That way, because if somebody sues one LLC and you got all the properties in one LLC, well, then they get access to all the 3 properties. So it makes sense to put individual properties in individual LLCs.
Every property is its own business.
You should do DMT, LSD, and hallucinogens. It's life-changing. We're all on the same consciousness, creating reality through the mind. Soul Quest in Orlando.
Ooh.
DMT and LSD? What is that? DMT?
Yeah, DMT is like
some hardcore shit. I never even heard about that. And I grew up in fucking California where they do all that shit. And I never heard about any of that shit. I heard of mushrooms one time. Mushrooms.
You're old.
Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca.
I got to get me one of those.
That's ayahuasca.
I got to get me one of those.
All right. What else
All
we
right.
got? It's
Next
getting late.
thing. Wescar, thank you for the $5. We appreciate it. Wally, thank you for the $5. We appreciate that. Ben and Little Ben. Hey, you don't know me like that. One of my really close friends calling me Little Ben. But hey, Ben and Little Ben, I've had a deal to acquire a single tenant retail unit, and I've landed a AAA tenant with a corporate guarantee. Is this a deal you would do? A AAA tenant with a corporate guarantee. Depends.
Listen, if you're buying something, if you got something,
what's the cap rate?
If you got a deal to acquire a single tenant retail
unit, right? Like a
condo,
Lowe's,
whatever. I don't
like
know.
a Lowe's.
Well, it could be something small, like a
whatever
condo, whatever. I don't know.
AAA tenant with corporate guarantee.
If you got a good tenant that's going to pay you a good rent,
and the cap rate's right,
and it makes sense, then do it. If it's your property, then get that tenant in there, rent it, and that's how the game's played. The property is only as good as the tenant and the rent you put in it. Very good. I do it.
Again, we thank you, IHG, for the $500, and we appreciate you. Congrats. Thank you very much. He follows us. We did have a big closing.
Yeah, big closing. And now we're in the
now we're stuck in a 1031.
Now we're stuck in a car with each other, looking at 6 properties, 8 properties a day, driving hundreds of miles every day, looking for the next deal to replace it because we cannot touch the money.
And the video on that is coming Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Oh,
Sunday
yeah.
morning.
That means you have to work this week. That means you can actually
I might
work.
have to work tomorrow.
You're going to work. Okay. Anyway, thanks very much, IG. Look forward to seeing you.
Big fan. I can help Rafal for free. Already support another YouTube channel with content management, and I want to support your channel.
All right,
Ask
Steve.
Ask Ben at benmala.com.
Ask Ben at benmala.com.
And Rafal
Send him
will
an
get in
email.
touch with you right away. We need
call
help.
you back. All right, Miguel Amador. I'm in college. I'm debating taking out a deferred loan to start Airbnb arbitrage to build capital and invest in my own real estate portfolio. Should I take this leap or find a preferred business loan? Okay, explain what arbitrage means again. He's using these big words, arbitrage. What does that mean?
Out a deferred loan, meaning a deferred
like you pay it
means-
back later, but arbitrage is what? When you Airbnb arbitrage?
If you think you can buy or rent a place and make money on it, That's arbitrage. Just means that you're basically taking a guy. You rent a place for $800 a month, and you Airbnb it at $2,000 a month because you're renting it by the day.
Oh, so you're
arbitrage. It's like when I borrow money from the bank at
So the
5%,
spread.
and I loan it out or buy something for 8%. That's the arbitrage is the difference, I think. Anyway, listen, if you're sure you can make money on it, don't start borrowing money unless you're sure you're gonna be able to make money on it. All right, then do it. If you can buy or rent a place and they're gonna let you Airbnb it, and you're sure it's gonna work and you can handle it, then do it. You know, if you're renting, you don't have a lot of risk, but if you're buying it, then you do have the risk.
The simultaneous buying and selling of securities, currency, or commodities in a different market or in a derivative forms in order to take advantage of deferring prices in the same assets.
Very good. Next.
I like the word. I'm going to use it again.
Arbitrage. I've known that word for years.
I'm going to use it next time.
Arbitrage.
Oh, we did that one.
Not to be mixed up.
We did that one. Hey, Ben,
arbitrage.
can I get into the U.S. real estate market as a UK citizen? And if so, do you have any advice?
Listen, there's a lot of UK people here buying up real estate, building houses, buying properties. Listen, it doesn't matter. If you got the money, you can buy a deal. You know, you're gonna sign some form saying you're not U.S. citizen. But who cares? The banks will, as long as the banks won't loan you money, and you can find a deal. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what country you're from. You could be from Timbuktu. And if you can borrow the money and get the money and buy it, then that's it.
That's it. Somebody just booked one of our Airbnbs.
All right, baby.
Thank you very much for booking our Airbnb, Laura. Thank you. We'll see you on the 27th.
Airbnb?
Yeah.
Airbnb's John's Pass.
They're booking it right now. I just got an alert.
Oh, I thought they're coming to the show. Tell them
No.
to go to Fort Lauderdale, go to the show. Take a room in the Sheraton Suites. All right, what else we got?
All right. At 500,000, your promise was Ben Senior Bikini Contest.
Ben Senior Bikini Calendar was the promise of 500K. If I did that, I would have no subscribers.
Viewers.
I would probably be taken off of YouTube and put away somewhere.
We could open OnlyFans.
If I wore-
OnlyFans
let me
for
tell you
Ben
something.
Senior.
If I wore a bikini, you wouldn't see the bikini. Okay. All right.
That's funny.
But I think
Okay.
there's a Hooters calendar that was filmed behind my house. You can look into that.
All right, Mark Davila. Have you guys looked into investing into real estate in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? Grand Prairie, Texas, in particular, is blowing up. I see huge opportunity for you guys here. Look into it. Thanks for all the knowledge. Guys, never stop. I came from Texas. Dallas-Fort Worth, I mean, it was a nice area. Don't get me wrong. Dallas, I just never really,
Garland.
I never really went over there. I mean, I was
Prices
stuck in
too high.
Stinkadina. So
I don't want to go
South
out of the
Houston.
state. If he wants to go out of the state, then adios amigo.
My dad already
But
told me
I've
if I
been
leave
there,
the
done
state
that.
and I'm not running his real
I mean,
estate,
how you can't
goodbye.
run the
He
company?
told
we
me
could
goodbye.
send somebody out there.
He told me
Oh,
goodbye.
We could
if
send
I leave
somebody
the
out
state.
there.
Yeah,
we could send somebody out there, and we could have managers placed there, and you could fly back and forth. It's only like a 2-hour flight. I mean, it's
But I like
possible.
to get my hands dirty.
You know,
I like
but
to get
if
in
he
it.
wants to do it, he finds a deal that will make us enough money. He can go to Dallas-Fort Worth, but Houston kicked our ass, but we made money there. Garland, right outside of Dallas-Fort Worth, always like that strip of Garland that had all the apartments on it that led down to a lake. But I think price is still too high. But, listen, if you see a deal, send it over. Ben Jr. will look at it.
Absolutely.
You know, and if it makes sense, then maybe we'll do it. I don't know. He's still young. When I was his age, I bought 1,000 units on one block in Texas. And then I bought another 1,000 or close to it all around Houston.
He bought 1,000 units and made me run it.
No, you saved my ass in it because I
Which
fucked
one?
it up.
The ones in Texas. We
Because
had
it was
the
so
North
far away,
Houston.
I didn't run it right.
We had North Houston. We had 1,000 almost out there.
And then we had around Houston.
We had that management company,
And that's
too.
Road 1, Clear Lake, all that shit.
Is
I mean,
offering
send us the
20.
deal.
Send it to us.
What
Is
do you want?
offering 20% less than asking a price okay? Of
Listen,
course.
you
Why
can
not?
always go down. You can't go up. That's the old saying.
You can always go up.
You
Can't
know,
go down.
it's business. All right. You need to figure out, or you need to try to get the property for the cheapest price you can when you're buying it. That's the game. All right. You can always go up. And if they don't like your offer, too fucking bad. All right. You don't like my offer 20% less, then what will you give me? Maybe they'll say, well, I'll give you, I'll give it to you for 10% less. Well, and there you go. You met you halfway. Then maybe you'll play some more and get it for 15% less. It's all a game you got to play. But you got to start low and just find out where your meeting point can be and see if you can agree on a price.
All right. Here we go. I got 150K saved up. My question is, what type of commercial property bring in more profit? Apartment building or shopping center?
It's all in the price you pay.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, apartment buildings are going to be a lot more volatile to your investment because stuff can happen. Refrigerators go out, ACs go out. Shopping center is going to be pretty much a stable asset because it's all about the cam, and as long as the tenants are paying back everything that they're supposed to, it's supposed to bring in the same money. That tenant pays the rent regardless, and you don't have to fix anything extra than what you were already prepared to fix. And most of the time, the tenant pays that. I think shopping centers at this moment
everything
are
can
a
make
better
you money
deal.
if there's opportunity. It's about value add. If you buy a little strip center and it's got 2 stores in it that ain't making no money, typically, you don't pay for those. If you got 5 stores, you're buying commercial real estate for what it's bringing in and what the return is. If the space is empty, many times we bought properties, we're looking at buying them right now. If there's empty space, we don't count that, and we get it for free.
Right.
And then when we rent it,
Then
that's our upside.
That's our value add.
Apartments, you can buy them, you can fix them up, you can raise the rent. It's all about the deal. No matter what type of real estate is there any value add that I can get out of this property? That's what making money in real estate is all about.
All right, next one's going to be a quick one. Benefits in investing outside of Minnesota. I mean, we don't know about Minnesota, so we don't know if there's any benefits in Minnesota, or I don't know. How would you?
Listen, there's I don't know. I don't think it's one of the non-taxable states, but, Minnesota's a cold-ass place in the wintertime. But anyway, there's investments and opportunity everywhere.
Right.
You just have to find it. There's opportunities in every state in this country. All right, except
Lucas,
California.
Leon, Ben, due to my income, I can only buy cheaper properties in rural areas. Should I still invest in these areas, or should I not waste my time?
I mean, whenever you're buying, you should be making money. You shouldn't be buying real estate unless it's helping you grow and can be able to make you money that you can borrow against, or you can do something to, or make it more valuable. Buying cheap properties are great, but can you make them not cheap anymore? Is there anything you can do to make them more valuable?
Very good. Hey, the two Bens, where do you see the real estate market headed in the next year or two? Would you buy or sell now? Well, obviously, I mean, we have to buy because otherwise you give it up to the government. And, we run the 1031 game. So we have to buy. So we're looking for the best
not a
deal.
game, it's tax law.
Okay, sorry. Wow. You've called it a game before, but if I say it.
Game sounds crooked.
It's
I'm not
1031 tax rule.
All right. So anyway,
All right.
What is the question?
Would you buy or sell now?
I mean, typically, if we approach the real estate market logically, prices need to come down because it costs you more to buy the property because the interest rates are up. The same guy that qualified for $500,000 doesn't qualify for $500,000 anymore. Why? Because he's paying double the interest. So now he probably only qualifies for $250,000. Now that house is not going to sell that easy at $500,000. Is it going to go to $250,000? Probably not, but it'll probably go down to $400,000 or $350,000 or something like that. So, in my opinion, for what it's worth, I see the market coming down because it's logic. To me, it's just logic. Okay, that's all I can base my life on. Whatever's logical.
All right.
But people need a push. That's why you lowball them. And you say, listen, you're wasting your time. You're probably sitting on the market. It ain't moving. Take my offer or give me your best price. What's your real price?
Thoughts on Pasadena, Texas real estate market?
You're an expert.
I don't know nothing about Pasadena.
But that was
I left in 06, 07, something like that. No, we got there in 05, 06.
We sold in 10.
It was sold in 2010, right?
We haven't been there for 12 years.
I haven't been there for 12 years. I can't tell you diddly about it.
Stickadena.
I know
1,000 apartments on Ritchie Street.
I know that the property that we used to own just sold for like 80 a door, 90 a door.
Yeah, we sold for 40.
I thought it was sold for big money.
I'm glad
I think
we sold it.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, listen, you got to go do your homework. All right, it's all about the numbers. What's the rent and how much you're paying per door? Okay, that's what matters. And then you figure out what your expenses are. And, is there, and can you raise the rents? I mean, I don't know. But, Pasadena is a small town. They even had a fire department was volunteer.
It was a volunteer fire department.
But, could be value there. Go for it.
Mr. Bombastic. Hey, Benz. I have no cash or income, and I want to get into real estate. How can I get experience and get started? Go work for somebody else. Yeah, go work for somebody else. Go.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if you ain't got no money,
then
you got no income, then what the fuck are you doing all day? That's what I like to know.
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic. Listen, if you got no income, how do you live? All right, you're mooching off of who? But the point is this: if you got no cash, you got no income. You got to have an income. All right, because your income's going to enable you to save some money or get around an opportunity. I don't know, but you got to get into real estate. Maybe get your license. You don't need money or an income. If you can go get your real estate license, start selling real estate, there's all levels of real estate you can sell, so try doing that. Get a real estate license. And was he look like you show me the picture?
What?
Well, the guy that had the comment.
Mr. Boombastic?
Yeah. What was his picture?
I had to go back. I can't
That's
find it.
right.
It was like
It looked like he was a senior. You could vote.
Yeah, it looked like
senior.
senior.
Sales. You could sell
All right.
condos to retirees.
What makes a good property manager?
I'll let you answer that.
I mean, a good property manager has to be somebody that can handle people, talk to people, relate to people. It's all about your people's skills. I mean, if
bring
you
in the money.
and then being, forceful at the same time. So if you can swing, pay me my rent, motherfucker, pretty nice, and say that in a good way, then you're doing pretty good. But basically, that's ultimately what you're telling them is, listen, pay me my rent. But hey, I understand, work with you. You got to have to relate to people to be a good property manager and understand people's situation and read through bullshit, because there's a lot of bullshit out there and people put a lot of bullshit in front of you, and you got to know when they're bullshitting.
When I was a manager, I was everything to my tenants. I was their financial
Right.
advisor. I was their psychiatrist. I was their goddamn everything, the lawyer, you name it. But good property managers are hard to find, let me tell you. What else we got?
Next one. Do you invest in precious metals?
No.
Silver and gold?
There's an auction tomorrow at my hotel at the Holiday Inn at 700 North West Shore, and there's a huge auction of all kinds of gold coins and jewelry, and I think it's a state's property. So if anybody wants to invest or buy, go to an auction, go to Fisher Auction. They're at my hotel. Tomorrow's the auction. You missed a preview today. And, so I don't know, but that's not my cup of tea. I only know real estate. I do want to get the $1,000 bill tomorrow. I want you to go to that auction
and buy you the $1,000
buy me
bill?
the $1,000 bill. All right.
I'll pay him $1,000 for it.
Because you
Bullshit.
guess
You
what?
wish you
I
gave
want
her
to buy
1,000.
something too.
You get nothing.
Uh-oh.
No, you're not going to the damn auction.
Wait, Carla, you can go get it.
She's not allowed.
Go
to
get the
auctions.
$1,000 bill for him. That way, it's kill two birds in one stone.
She's
There
not
you go.
allowed there.
No, not. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much again for describing, and don't forget.
What they describe?
Subscribe.
No,
Describe.
it's just Spanglish. Describing.
Always, well, same things.
He likes
Describing,
picking on
describing.
people.
He does.
I
That's
just
what he
call it
does.
like I
It's all
see
right.
it or I hear it. How many
Thank
drinks
you,
you
honey.
had so far?
Just two.
Only
It's
two.
Friday.
I'm
Oh,
drunk
boy.
off this
It's
one. She
Friday.
made
It's
it
been a long night
strong.
tonight.
Anyways,
What's up?
can't wait to see you guys next weekend.
It's not next weekend. It's 2
It's almost
weeks
next
from now.
weekend.
It is almost
2 weeks
Two
from
weekends
now.
from now.
The
I'm
weekend after
sorry.
Labor Day.
This weekend,
September
one
10th
more
and
weekend.
11th.
Is it one more weekend?
And then another weekend. It's 3 weekends from now. It's 2 weekends. Two
Is it?
weekends, and then we there.
Is it 3 weekends? I feel like
It's
it's
in
just next
14
weekend.
days. I will be there, ready to
Anyways,
consult with
14
people,
days.
ready to help people while you have a good time.
Thanks, honey.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Ruffle?
thank you so much.
I don't need to have a good time anymore. She
and
doesn't
and
go for us.
FYI, I mean, I am kind of tired, so give me a little break. I woke up early today.
What time did you wake up today?
Today I woke up at 6 o'clock.
What did you do?
I make breakfast for the kids and then took them to school.
Yeah, how far did you have to drive to school? 25 miles each
You didn't
way.
make Aaron drive?
No.
In the mornings,
no,
the kids are
yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't want them driving in the
Not
morning.
yet.
They're
Not
thinking
in the
about their
morning.
homework they didn't do. They didn't get enough sleep. Blah blah blah. You don't want no goddamn teenager driving as soon as they wake up in the morning.
And then I
Yeah,
was
that could be
driving another
dangerous.
kid, and I don't want
And then
him
he's
to
got
drive in
another
with
kid in
another
the
child.
car, and she's taking other people's
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, right.
Very
So-
good.
Anyways,
What'd you make for
all
dinner
right.
tonight?
Oh, your favorite.
What's that?
Oh.
Meatloaf? No.
The best. I mean, you know me.
When she says it's my favorite, it's probably the least thing I like in the world.
Exactly.
If
When
you
I
make
said
fucking
his
salmon,
favorite,
I'm throwing
Broccoli.
it out.
when I said his favorite, that means he hates it.
What?
So I made turkey meatballs with.
You already tried that shit once. It sucks.
No, this time
You
it's
don't make
different.
meatballs out of
It's
turkey.
different. It's
You
different.
make turkey
You're gonna
out
have,
of turkey, not meatballs. They're called meatballs because they're made out of meat. Turkey ain't a meat.
Turkey's
Turkey
still
is a
a
meat.
meat.
No, it's a
Turkey's
poultry.
still a
Oh,
meat.
it's not a meat?
It's not really a meat. It's a poultry.
It's still a meat.
It's a
You got
chicken
meat,
It's still a
fish,
meat.
and poultry. You
It's
guys need
still
to
a
If I
meat.
cut a
cooking
piece of
class.
your
It's
fucking
still a
arm off,
meat.
it's still meat.
not meat. It's
You're
It is
meat.
a
You're
meat.
on. This is meat.
meat, fish, and poultry.
All right. So just to add that
And you
up,
don't take a poultry and trying to turn it into a meat. That's what you might as well go vegan on us. That's
Anyways.
like Turkey-ish.
and your other favorites,
I'm going to
couscous.
McDonald's.
Broccoli?
No, you're not.
I'm going to
No,
McDonald's.
you're not.
I'm getting a Big Mac large fry and a jumbo diet
Well,
Coke.
if you get
After
that,
your
I'll drop
lunch,
you.
you
Yeah.
should eat whatever
It was so
she
funny.
gives you.
Wait, what did he
It
have
was
for
so
lunch?
funny. I went somewhere with
Wait.
her, and we said, hey, I ordered like for once in a while you treat yourself to dessert, but we'll share it, right? So we order dessert, big giant piece of cake, and then the lady gives me a dirty look because I said, listen, can I have some sugar-free Splendor for my coffee? And she says, you're eating a big giant piece of cake and you want Splendor for your coffee. What else you got to say, lady?
That's it.
All right. Adios,
it.
amigos.
We got a bunch
All
of
right,
super
bye,
chats.
guys.
Are we
All right, well,
done?
you go
We got
for
a
it.
couple
Let's go.
more.
People
Let's
paid.
through that.
They
I don't
keep
like- I don't
going.
like
They
ripping
keep.
people
They
off,
keep.
so.
Yeah, they keep calling. So
Then
let's
come
just,
on quicker,
just say
man.
thank you
Go.
and let's
Well,
wrap
let me
it up.
just-
It's over 2 hours already. So.
Yeah.
All right. I need more super chats. Come on.
We
Spin
got
them out.
$100
Spin them
one.
out.
All right.
Spin them out.
Ben and Ben Jr. Hello, love the show. Questions: if you're buying triple net retail that has 5 or 6 cap like Walgreens, Dollar General, what is the best way to negotiate to ensure you don't overpay?
If you're buying at what cap?
At a 5 or 6 cap.
Well, the problem
Try to get a
is,
better cap rate.
it's
Best
all
way to
about the cap
negotiate
rate.
is to tell them, listen, that this is wrong with the property, that's wrong with the property. I got to do this in the next 5 years. I got to do this. The lease doesn't let me charge for this. This is going to take out of this. I mean, you got to break it down.
I
And
said triple net. Okay, so the point
oh,
is,
okay, sorry, I
if
didn't see
you're buying
triple
a
net.
straight triple net and a 5 or 6 cap, you better be borrowing money cheap. Because if you're
Interest
borrowing
rates are
money
going up. That's
at
the best
5%
excuse right
and
now.
it's only a fucking 5 cap. Me and him had a whole
We had
discussion
an
about
discussion
that
today.
All right, if you're buying at a 5 cap and you're borrowing at a 5 cap, you ain't making shit off the bank's money.
Right.
So all you're getting is a 5 cap on your down payment. So if you buy a dollar store for $1 million and you put $200 down, and the dollar store is paying $200,000 down, and the bank loans you $800,000, and the dollar store is paying you 5 cap, which is $50,000 a year on $1 million, and then you have to give the bank just interest only is going to be 8 times 5 is 40. You got $10,000 left for yourself.
That's all you're
so you
making.
get $10,000 on a $200,000 investment, which is 5% return on your money. The point is, you ain't really making no money.
You'd have made the same 5% on the $200,000 had you not got a loan, basically. There's no
I mean,
spread.
the point is that 5 and 6 caps, you got to borrow money cheap or you're not making money. That's what I'm going through right now. I'm trying to convince these guys, I can't pay you a 6 cap. If I'm paying the bank 5%, I can only goddamn make a point on the bank's money. It's not worth it. What else?
All right, here's a good one. Ben, why do you still work when you could retire today?
Because little Ben is not ready to run the whole kit and caboodle without me. And Aaron's, I'm stuck here anyway. Aaron's only in the 10th grade. I got 10th, 11th, 12th, 3 years left. I'm going to make the most of it, try to organize the portfolio, and then I'll be free from having to worry about an underage child. And then I'll be free, and I'll decide then if I could just, get on a big yacht and sail away. Hopefully that's the plan. But for the next 3 years, I'm stuck here, and that's it. That's the plan.
We keep going, but they keep coming in.
They got money over the
All right, here we go. Hi, Ben. I'm your big fan, Angela Davila. Do you think it's better to buy a single family right now or wait 5 months and buy a fourplex? I buy a fourplex in Sebring that I have for sale right now.
I wouldn't buy a single family. I would buy the fourplex because the
In
fourplex is going
Sebring
to
right
make
now.
you money.
In
It's going to
Sebring.
give you a free place to live. It's going to make you money. I mean, if you are thinking about buying a fourplex, you're talking about growing and being, and expanding your life. A single family is great if you can buy them cheap enough and you get instant value or you can fix them up. But the fourplex puts you on the road to success.
Ben, Senior, I saw one of your older videos that you managed your own trading portfolio. You were heavy on technical analysis and fundamentals and migration.
I don't know. I suck at investments.
When did you do that? I mean, I guess you had Mike Bonus was
Yeah,
helping you,
Mike
and that's the
me
thing.
did.
It was
I still
Mike.
do it, but I
It was
suck
Mike.
at it
I mean,
because
he
I
was.
can't put the time in it. Okay, I try to look up the companies. I try to look up the news on them. I try to look at the charts and see where they performed up and down and where the low point is at. It's time consuming. If I could spend the time in the room and do it, I'd probably be successful at it. But I can't because I got all this damn real estate to run.
Hi, Ben. Is it a good idea to buy properties cash and then take lines of credit against them, or buy more and build cash flow?
Use your money and spread it out as much as you can. Okay, Always try to have the least amount of money in a deal and use the bank's money. And if it ain't making enough money to take care of the bank, then I wouldn't do the deal. Okay. But the best thing is to use the bank's money and use as little as yours you can. Next.
Ben, I'm in BC, Canada, and my houses have doubled in the last 10 years. Do you see more upside or should I sell?
My opinion is prices are coming down. I got calls today from people telling me, hey, houses were selling like hotcakes. My house was supposed to be worth $4 million in Fort Lauderdale on the water, and I can't get any buyers. Why? Because your price is too high. The prices are coming down. And I don't know what your tax situation is there. I don't know if you pay tax on your residence there in Canada, but now is a good time to sell. I can tell you that. I don't see prices going high. I only see them coming down because it costs too much to borrow money now. So it's all logical. All right. So I take the money and run.
All right, we got a 2-minute warning here, everybody. 2-minute warning.
Two-minute warning.
We appreciate
Listen,
the super chats, but go ahead and stop those right now.
The most important reason why we're doing this podcast tonight is to help you guys.
Okay.
I need tickets.
He's going to keep going then, I'm telling you.
I need rooms
All right.
rented.
Ben,
I need tickets
thank
sold.
you for all being the YouTuber that didn't disappear during the Cuff Little Ben. We love you being in the videos. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just sent that myself.
Very good.
All right. All right. Yo, Ben, I just made $150K flipping a house, and it's my first flip. What would be your next move if you were me?
Do it again. If you're on a roll, keep rolling, baby. You know, let the good times roll. It's all about keeping going, doing what you're doing that you know you're going to make money on. You know, get out there and do it again. If that's what you found, then you can do it again. If it works, stick with it.
All right.
Stack up.
What's your advice becoming residential low? I don't get it. What's residential low?
Becoming residential low? I don't know. I
What's
think everything's
LO?
go low.
What's LO? You don't know what LO is? You're a real estate guy. You don't know what
I think
LO
you forgot
is?
the W. But anyway, I don't know. But I think everything's coming down right now. But becoming low, yes. Everything's going to become lower, I believe. What else?
That's it.
That's it. We're done.
I
We're out of
think.
here.
Was there
All
more?
right. Any more callers? We're done. We're out of here.
Holy
Get your ticket.
shit.
Get your ticket. Get your room package.
Loan officer. Loan officer.
Uh-oh.
Everybody get your tickets. Come see us the week after the week after the week.
No, it's
September the
September
9th and 10th and 11th. 10th and 11th. And don't you doing
I'm
stuff on the 9th?
on September the 9th for
Ninth?
private
That's what I
meetings.
thought, right.
Go to benmail.com, book your room, book your ticket, get over there and be there. Adios, amigos.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.